Oh, hello. We are live. I didn't lock up there.
Huh?
I didn't lock up there.
Okay. I walked up there and do it.
We are live.
All right, check the tires because that one was flat.
Well, we ain't got lights either. Yippee! I hate wiring. I'm not fixing it tonight. F now. It's not like they were going to work anyway. They're not grounded out. Good enough. Well, I bet you're going to be flopping around like a fish out of water. Yep. That ain't gonna work. Yep. Good enough tires for me.
All right.
Which probably is not good tires. Let's see. Oh man, people already. Let's see here. Carlos said, "Sup, y'all? Pops R3.
Hello.
Good morning, Carlo. Well, let me make sure I'm on all messages on the telephone. Because you know it's a telephony. Oh, you got me a Mountain Dew too.
Remember there's one that was on the trailer.
Oh, whoopsies.
Let me see what
Pepsi.
my phone keeps going off for.
Probably for the cameras. Let's see here. Oh, let me get caught up. Roscoe said, "Nice. Just lost power. Mad as hell." Well, Roscoe, I bet I would be madder than hell too, buddy.
It ain't gonna do you no good. Still ain't gonna have no power.
You ain't gonna have no power. Why don't you shut up and let me be mad?
I'm tired of you being mad.
I'm just tired of you being damn a dick. Mike said, "Where are you going? Or where are we going?" We are going to Charlotte. And so make sure you go to the bathroom before you take off. We ain't got time to stop.
I know, right?
I just peed and pooped.
And got a little over half a tank, so it might get us there.
All right, we got half a tank of fuel, empty bladders,
And a full Pepsi.
and a full Pepsi and 2 full Mountain Dews. We got 74 miles, 1 hour, 21 minutes.
Can we stay live that long?
Will we keep internet that long?
Probably.
Probably. I already turned the Wi-Fi off. Rocco said, "Where are you headed?" We're going to go pick up some ramps. I heard they let you down sometimes. Gary said, "Hello, NDP." Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Mike said, "Hey, Roscoe," and said, "What's up, Gary? Long time no see." Carlos said, "Sup, Mike?"
That way, right?
Yes. Yeah, totally. Don't know, for whatever reason it was
That way,
uncensored.
Charlotte. So.
Yep, because it was having us do a U-turn. There we go. Okay. In 40 miles, turn right onto 485 North, outer for Huntersville. Here, I will distract myself with this. There's more than one way to skin a damn kitty cat. Alright, but look, I'm going to do the best I can to keep up with chat. But first, let me put on this Break My Collarbone 900.
If you want to put my phone on the thing and read the chat on the thing, you can.
I'm too friggin' fat for this. Let's see here. Gary said, "Hello, Lone Wrench Garage." Roscoe said, "I know that, brother." Rumple said, "Going for a spin." Yup. Empty one tank, but fill up the other.
There you go.
Yeah, Rumple, we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to go pick up some ramps. Got to be careful because they let you down sometimes. Carlo said, "Sup, Rumple." Rumple said, "Hello, Pops and Randy Jr."
Hello.
Hello. Then said, "Big boys, hello," and Mike, hello. Someone said, "Hi, Greenland." Oops, hi, Iran. Apparently. Classic Car Revival, aka David, said, "Hey, Rumple." Hey, David. Memory said hi, everyone. Hello, Memory. Dad's driving.
Hello, everybody. Everybody.
I'm being passenger princess. Rumple said classic cars. Hello. And then said hello to Memory. Fisherman. Let's see, your memories. Little and Four said, "Oh, my chickens were on the move."
On the road again.
Yeah, listen, it's not very often you catch us on the move. Memory said, "I'm having me barbecue food for dinner and banana pudding." Oh, that sounds delicious.
I like banana pudding.
Carlo said, "Sup to CCR." Someone said, "Is it true that Greenland will be capital of Iran?" Don't know. Anthony said, "Memory is good."
Mine's a fish memory.
David said, "Hey, big boys. Big boys, big boys.
What you
gonna do?" Oh, we're live. Ha-ha!
Well, now we will lose it right in here for a little bit, back and forth.
But y'all be patient with us. Rumple said, "Is the workshop in the middle of the woods?" It's quite desolate.
Yes.
We're in the middle of BFN. If you don't know what that means, that's bum up nowhere. Anthony said 5 seconds, fish memory. What are we talking about, Anthony?
We still got pigeons to carry the mail.
Yeah. Listen, we ain't got no wired Ethernet or fast internet around here either. Carlo said, "I'm having French toast with Chipotle seasoning." Carlo, you always eating good, buddy. Olivia said, "Randy."
Hello, Olivia.
You know, I thought this was going to be a little bit easier on me because I was going to play Pokemon while we rode. I forgot you didn't have a thing up there to hold the phone. Memory said he has fish memory. Who has fish memory? I'm just pulling your legs.
No, mine, I got fish.
Not your middle one. What?
What?
Nothing? It's hot in here.
It's cold. Don't get in this truck with a damn coat on and tell me it's hot.
Olivia said pop pops. Carlo said hello,
Olivia.
Bella Olivia. Mike said hi, Rumple. Anthony said there's nothing anyone can do about it. About what? Okay, I'll stop messing with you. No, you were exactly right. The only thing you can control in this world is yourself, and sometimes you can't even do that.
Especially when you can't remember.
Yep. Mike said hi, David. Juice-L4I said hello, Juice.
Hello.
Memory said we're going on a road trip in our big old rocket ship, flying through the sky. Little Randy.
When the wheels go round and round, round and round, round and round.
Rumple said, "I mean, if I had fish memory, I wouldn't even remember that I had fish memory."
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to figure out about Dory. I think Dory was just faking. And whoever that cameraman is on Finding Nemo, A+ to him for holding his breath so long. Lil and Four said, "Deer steak and dirty rice, courtesy of my fell. Be jealous. It's okay. I am jealous." Rumple said hello to Mike. BXS Floors said hi. Hello, Floors. Madison said we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, flying through the sky. Floors said, "Can you sing Shape of You by Ed Sheeran?" I'm in love with your body. In love with the shape of you. That's about all I know.
I've ever heard of.
Ali said, "How are you, my daddy? I love you very much, daddy." We good, Ali. Hope you are.
Hello, Ali.
Carlo said hello to Madison. Maria said, "Where are we going?" We are going to a bigger city called Charlotte, North Carolina.
Who asked?
Maria.
Oh.
It is 64 miles away, 1 hour and 11 minutes. And we're going to go get some ramps. But you got to be careful with ramps. Sometimes they let you down.
I don't know why you keep saying that. It sounds stupid. Because we're getting to get up.
But then we got to get down.
We got to get up first.
Okay.
We hope that this works.
Rumple said hello to Madison. Maria said to heaven. Probably not with the jokes I make.
Oh, I'm going to heaven. Nah. You go ahead and make them jokes all you want. I'm going to heaven.
Ali said
I've
hi.
been through enough hell on this earth. I'm going to heaven.
Rumple said Maria hello.
Hello, Maria.
Let's see here. Who is this? Sour
No bread.
Pour Hour. Sour Power. Said when y'all gonna hit that NAS so I can see you fly. I hope to never fly again. Mike said hi. Madison Rumpel said, did you pack any sandwiches?
No, there's plenty of stores. You want to put it on here?
I have a biscuit. I forgot to eat it earlier. Maria said, but why? Because we need them to get into the semi-trailer. The cars are so low, our ramps that we have now. I don't even think Black Betty would make that angle.
We got it. We're trying to get the trailer ready for April.
Yep.
And in case I don't, I need to get the cars on there to see about it before we build the sleeping quarters. So, and then I will try to build the door. And if we don't have time, at least we got ramps.
That's exactly right. Ali said, I am your son. Well, I assume you're talking to Papa Hutch. That's what they started calling you.
Yeah, that's what it started when I answered the phone today.
What's up, Papa Hutch? Okay, look, I'll show y'all a picture. We're going to get these. They are 12 foot long. Little Enforcer, what you getting in Charlotte? Those ramps. Ali said, my daddy. Maria said, sounds like a nice trip. Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I hope y'all enjoy it.
Floor said, are you moving? We're driving. Well, he's driving. I'm sitting here being passenger princess. Madison said, hey, Carlo. Hey, Rumpel. Olivia said, back, my phone is being hunky. Oh, she's back. Her phone's being funky.
Oh.
Like
fucking Cole Medina.
Yeah. Maria said, you going to heaven? Who said that?
I did. I'm going there. As nice as I am to people.
Oh, God dang. There's clouds in the sky. He will strike you down.
He knows. Me and him has had personal talks. He knows.
Me and him had a talk, and he beat the shit out of me.
That's right, because you don't listen.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Carlos said, hello, Maria. Madison said, hey, Mike. Maria said, I don't think God approved on that yet.
Yes, he did. I talked to him. He didn't give me a one-way ticket.
Rumpel said, do they have adjustable ramps? I think I've seen somewhere. If they have them, I cannot afford them.
We got to have something we can put up in the truck or move around.
Well, and Rumpel, the biggest thing, and this part hasn't come out for a video yet, but we're basically balling on a budget. We're doing a budget build on how to do this. Like, I mean, the truck was $6,000. The trailer was $3,000, and by the time it's all said and done, what you think about another $1,000 tied up and everything? Maybe $1,500.
I'm gonna say, in the time it's said and done, we should have less than $12,000.
$13,000 in the truck,
and that's the whole
the trailer, and everything inside the trailer. The cars obviously were $500 to $900 a piece. But I mean, I want to show, first of all, we can do it, and second of all, anybody can do it. John Deere said, where are you guys going? Charlotte, North Carolina. Lady Sky said hi. Hello, Lady Sky.
55, and I'm about sure that's a cop back there.
Well, and you ain't got trailer lights, and you ain't missing the brake light. At least your tags are in date.
Yep. All that was good when I left the shop.
Yeah. John Deere said hi, everybody. Yeah, considering that the damn wires are just literally tied onto the ramps.
Well, I'm saying just done right back there.
Yeah. Hello, Jacob.
And that you tied them, I was going to let them drag.
Yeah. Lady Sky said hi. Hello, Lady Sky. Maria said, you nice to people? Be careful. Liars have car accidents often. Maria, don't you wish that shit upon me. Carlo said, they're going where you're going, Jacob. Olivia said, I love Jesus, but I think he's afraid of me.
I want to go to heaven, but I don't want to go today.
I don't think that's a song.
It is. I do know heaven ain't a lot like Texas.
Oh. Maria said, that's why I had 5 car accidents in the last 3 years. Well, maybe you should stop
be nicer. Maybe you should be nicer.
Floor said, hype is it for? If you're new here, which I don't remember seeing your face or your name, we have a semi with a 53-foot like drop floor trailer, and we're going to pull the trailer to Florida, to Bradenton, Florida, to Cletus McFarland's Freedom Factory in April to compete in his open competition, Burnout competition. And
it's an old Doritos trailer.
Yep, and to get the cars in, we need pretty good sized ramp. And just in case something happens and we can't get the trailer ready, we need to get the cars inside to start measuring to tie them down. Well, what if we don't get the ramp done? Well, now we have a fallback plan. Rumpel said budget one would be mud ramps. We used to do them when I was bridge construction for a few years. Well, we need one while we're in Florida.
Yeah, and one we can pick up and move.
Yeah, I would be happy to use one here. Maria said, why are you driving so slow? We were doing about 70 miles per hour.
But I'm about sure that's the cop behind me, and I don't want to get a ticket.
And 70 miles per hour is about 110 kilometers an hour. Jacob said, what do you mean, Big Boy Toys? Carlos said, they're going to heaven. Olivia said, no, I don't like being nice. Amen to that. Little and Four said, would you prop Pops up beside the jukebox? Absolutely. Except we don't listen to music. Maria said, okay, stop talking about heaven like you're going to die soon. Remember, I haven't met you yet. Well, Maria, look, they say the good die young, and I tried my best. So I guess I'm just not good.
Well, I'm not young, so.
Yeah. Mike said, hi, John Deere. Maria said, you'll live at least 30 more years. I hope so. Lotus said, hello, 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 Lotus. Maria said, heaven can wait. That's right.
That's
look,
right.
My wife, Madison, is my heaven on earth. You can abbreviate the HOE. H-O-E. Madison said, hey, Lotus. Carlos said, Lotus, sup? Madison said, he better, Maria. Lotus said, hey, Madison, and hey, Carlo. Little and Four said, sleeping quarters in the trailer can always be a good hammock. Well, we plan on having it where me and my four-person family can sleep up in like a king-size bed on the top, have a bassinet for Allie if she needs it, and 2 beds on the bottom for somebody. And you still got the bunk beds inside the semi. Lotus said, do a burnout, Randy. Don't. We need to make it back. Memory said, I'm an old man at 234 years old. Oh, you must be an elf. Maria said, show us your outfit. I want to make fun of something. He's got red and safety yellow with blue jeans. I got my nice gray pants with a dark blue shirt and my nice flannel.
Damn, look at that.
They delivering your mama dildo. Mike said, hi, Lotus. Gabriel said, out cruising in the Dirty Max? Yes, sir. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. We got 56 miles to go in 1 hour and 1 minute. We're going to pick up rounds. Lotus said, what's up, Mike? And what's up, Olivia? Madison said, do a burnout closer to the shop, LOL. Yeah. Nickel Pony said, this video is not complete with eastbound and down not blaring out the window. Hey, Pops and Mr. Unbreakable.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Nickel Pony. I guess we're westbound right now. Westbound and down. We'll sing it. We'll sing eastbound and down on the way back. Little and Four said, ding dang. Y'all sound like
a long way to go.
Said,
and a short time to get there.
Ding dang, y'all sound like a 6-star accommodations to me. Hey, we will be putting a shower, a full-size shower, a full-size toilet, a mini split. The trailer's been insulated. It's going to be nicer than most campers, I believe.
That's my goal.
Except, you know, where the black water and gray water is going to go is in the 55-gallon drums. But don't pay attention to that.
You won't be able to see it.
Yep, Olivia said, Lotus! Mini Jim said, I'm at your mom's house. You don't want to be there.
Well, let me explain to you where my mom's house is.
Maria said, oh, they're good. I can't say anything about that. Lotus said, sup, Nick? Madison said, hey, Nickel Pony. Mike said, hi, Nickel Pony. Mike Bigland said, hi. Hello, Mike. Gabriel said, Dirty Max like doing donuts, especially if you power break it. Yeah. I don't know if we want to try it in this dually right now. There, Gabriel. Mike said, hi, 8 love. Jacob said, R3, that ain't a dildo, that's a woman. Joking. That's what she said. That's the woman that's crying right now. Little M4 said, oh my damn, I can't wait to see the finished product. I can't wait either. I am excited for it. I'm scared to death because I'm not very imaginative or creative, but Dad has it all figured up. And Gabriel said, hey, Lone Wrench. And Little M4, here, I'll show y'all a picture. that our friend over at Lone Wrench Garage, aka Mike, sent us on an idea of what to do on the side of the semi-trailer. It says Never Done Projects Burnout Team. That would be so cool. We will work on that at some point. Nick Capone said, hey Lotus and Miss Madison and Mike, and that state trooper pops just passed. You did pass the state trooper.
Did I?
Yeah, oh yeah. Jacob said back here racing trailer big enough for a swimming pool. Nah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. We're gonna have room for 2 cars. Maybe one day a lift in the middle of it. Lift the cars up on top of each other and then a truck in the back. Maria said, what are you working on again? The semi-trailer. Carlos said, no foul language please. Jacob, there could be children watching. Madison said, I know a guy that does vehicle wraps. Yeah, I'm kind of scared to see how much it would be to do a semi-trailer
You
wrap.
do the talking, Madison.
Yeah. You do the talking and I'll do the walking. Lillian Ford said, hell yeah, finishing touches. Well, that is something that we're going to have to save up for. We need to get the lift to do the sign on the front of the building. And while we have the lift, we can sand the trailer and at least paint it black for now.
Madison, tell him I'll put his company name on the front of my car, on the hood.
Yeah, Maria said, so what? I don't know. Madison said, LOL family discount maybe. Yeah, not the Travis one. Olivia said, duck with the capital F.
Duck goose.
Jacob said, whatever, big boys. We are just having fun and just don't understand what that is. So, don't y'all start. Maria said, I can make that in 5 minutes. Well, make it for me. I need it 53 foot tall or 53 foot long and about 12 foot tall.
Maria, is that is the drawings that you keep showing? Are you doing that drawing? The drawings of the people and the fish.
Mike said, Madison, need a big family discount for something that large. No kidding. Look, I would love to put winter circle emblems on it, stuff like that. Like, if they were willing to do it, and like, I'm not saying do it for free by any means, but if they're willing to help us out, I would plaster their shit on the side of that trailer and everything I could.
Like a 10-year payment plan.
That would be ideal. Phil enforced a Dooley your daily driver. Well, his daily driver anymore is his Intimidator when he's not at work.
It was for years now.
But he doesn't drive it as much anymore. My daily driver's whatever I haven't broke this week.
Y'all hear that? I need front tires.
Yeah. Olivia said, I hold no barriers in my language. No kidding. Maria said, yes. So that's her drawings.
That is awesome. You draw awesome. I thought for sure somebody, those family drawings, I thought for sure one of them would be bald.
Madison said he prints it. I can probably figure out how to apply it. Well, I'm sure we could, as a team, we could figure out how to apply it.
She volunteered to put it on.
Listen, I'm thinking I'm having a heart attack again because she's volunteering to work.
Hey, shut up. Thank you.
Nickel Pony said, you are a better passenger than me, Randy Jr. I'm not. I'm not either. I'm not either. Daddy. And so Daddy's not going to be able to read this chat, so it kind of narrows it down. Now get out of the way, DHL. You're blocking the view. Mike said, Olivia, you're such a rebel. Maria said, who you think draws them? My grandma?
Well, I didn't know if you were taking pictures of something. I know you said you did the fish, but that was some good drawings on the those people drawings today.
Yep. Madison says, lol, Maria. Dag Silgad said, dang, bro, doing like 105 mile per hour. 55.
I can't drive 55.
Does nothing special. Said, where are we going? Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to go pick up some rams. Jacob said hi. Lillian Ford said tires ain't free, y'all. No kidding. Luckily, I know a guy. Maria said my grandma only hobby is to give birth to children. Lotus said vinyl isn't that hard. I hope not. I hope it's soft. Madison said I want that hobby. Carlos said that's not a very... Okay. Come on, Carla. You know better, dude. Maria said thank you, but God dang. But I won't draw you, so don't try.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying it was dang good drawings. I made a joke about the hair thing, but I thought it was good drawings.
Nickel Pony said, bump drive around that DHL, Pops.
I thought about it.
Maria said, Madison, believe me, you don't want 12 kids and a bunch of grandkids. Preach, Maria. Tell her she doesn't want 3. Jacob said, R3, why don't you fart the DHL out the way? Randy, no. Ain't saying a bad word. Talk about the delivery vehicle. Listen, I start talking about the delivery vehicle, I'm going to say a few words. Little Enforce at gas or diesel. This one is diesel. Turbo diesel. Lady said, my grandmother's hobby was making grandpas turn gray. Let's see here. Jacob said, big boy toys or just having some fun. Maria said, if she wants 3, give her... Shut up, Maria. Nobody likes you. I'm kidding. We like you. I just don't like you right now. We're showing 6 people with 23 thumbs up. Madison said, I would love a bunch of grandkids. Maria said, women are always right.
No, easy now.
Agree to disagree. Madison said, turn gay, not gray. My bad. Maria said, Madison, what about 30 grandkids with like 30 question marks? Remember, 30 is a lot. Little Enforce said, gooseneck or bumper pull?
This was actually a bumper pull, but...
Yeah, this one's just my little... You can't even see it. It's just an old tag-along, like, lowboy trailer. But the trailer for the semis, of course, is going to be a gooseneck. Madison said, that's fine, Maria, lol. And Rumpel said, 30? With the shocked face. In 17 miles, you're getting right on the Highway 485. Madison said, I'll use Randy's money to spoil them. It's a beautiful night. It's a little warm in here.
Feels good. Take your damn coat off.
Maria said, my grandparents have very hard times just to remember their names. I struggle to remember my name. Diego Pony said, if my first grand that's due in July is a tick turd, Miss Madison, I'll DHL him or her to you. Let's see, Lil Enforce said, women are wrong, more than we'll ever admit. FYI.
Hey, you ain't got no problem me admitting it, I'll tell you right now.
Listen, I'm more than happy to admit that...
I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. It don't happen that often, but I don't mind admitting it.
Madison said, deal, Nickel Pony. Maria said, every time I visit them, they ask, what's your name again? What's your name? Madison said, I love babies. Olivia said, Randy can't even remember if he has socks on half the time. No kidding.
Oh, I remember I got socks on because it ain't gay.
Jacob said, R3, you and your wife made me laugh. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you do too, Jacob. Glad we could make you laugh, buddy. Here, I'm going to try to put y'all here on the center console. Yeah, keep that from falling. Lotus said, what's your name? Ezekiel.
What's your name?
Better not bring my mama into this.
You know what I did last night?
Don't you bring my mama into this.
I've been down fire right there. Gonna put your mama right beside of it.
Let's see here. Why you got so many giant boba straws?
Because I use straw. They give that and a spoon, and I always use a spoon.
You get boba without Justin?
I don't get boba. That comes from...
Rumpel said, if you have 30 grandkids, name them based on words from a nursery rhyme. When someone asks names, just sing it. There you go. Lil Enforce said, I love babies, but I love something. Tell me something.
I love my kids to the end of time. I would take $1 million for them, but I wouldn't give you a dime for another one. Fuck no, I'm done.
Well, you are 57. Nickel Pony said, just FYI, Miss Madison, daughter-in-law is a redhead, so careful what you ask for. Rumpel said, all those clips are funny. Madison said, my niece is a redhead, she's fun. Olivia said, it's Bartholomew Francis James III. What's your name, Lotus? Maria said, to be honest, they are not 30, they are only 25. Lilith Four said, preach, Pops. Screaming from the heavens. Carlo said Lotus or Clay is a cowboy. Because I want to be a cowboy. I want to learn the rodeo. Let's see, can I put y'all back up here? Yep. That's probably going to be too bumpy. Let's see here. Madison said, but he does want more grandkids, LOL. You want more grandkids? No? Okay. Olivia said, should have been a cowboy. Maria said, what? They call them cowboys while they ride horses.
Cowboy.
You know, that's a very good question. Why they call them cowboys?
Because they always get the cows up.
Okay. Let's see here. Olivia said, should have learned to rope and ride. Lotus said, I'll give any mod $20 to time Carlo out for 24 hours.
Hey, I'll do it.
Show me the money.
Donate, damn it, donate. Carlo, I love you, man, but you gotta go for 24 hours.
$20 is $20. Maria said they should be horse boy. Hey, yo, horse boy. That wouldn't even be a good song. Should have been a horse boy. Should have learned to rope my cow. Nickel Pony said, y'all bring road snacks, Randy Jr. or Pops bring steak dinner on the way back? Or buying steak dinner? Oh shit! Easy with the throttle. We gotta make this fuel last. Gas prices have went up.
I like driving 450 horsepower.
Imagine if you had 550. Nickel Pony, I brought a chicken and ketchup biscuit from this morning.
I would say that if my transmission was fixed, that if we was at the start line and took off, I could probably pull you.
You think so?
Because I got 4 tires to get traction, you'll spin.
You really think that you could pull me?
I think I can pull you.
I don't think so.
No, well, I don't mean pull, I mean race.
I know what you mean.
I think that
You
50
think
horsepower, I think the 4 tires would hold better than your 2.
Probably would, because I blow my tires off.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see here. Maria said, I'll send you something. Okay. Jacob said, whatever you do, don't fart. You can't get out of the car right now. He will roll that god dang window down.
That's a quick way to piss me off.
Carlos said, watch out, that's bribing, Lotus. Madison said, tempting. Maria said, how much you gonna pay to ban me? I don't want to ban anyone, but $20 is $20.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that helps the account out at the end of the month.
Let's see, Little Enforcer said, I can't even get my son to give me a grandpuppy. Grandbabies aren't in my future. Bummer. I hate to hear that. Let's see here. Olivia said, I'd be carrying my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Lotus sent $2 and said -1. And then he's been a member of these silly little YouTuber for 7 months. I said, woo woo. Carlos said, I'll give you $100 to time out Lotus for 48 hours. Oh God, you can't time them out for 48.
Hey, don't tell me. I'll do it again tomorrow. You show me the money, damn it. Y'all got to take one for the team.
Madison's been a member of the silly little YouTuber for 5 months. Olivia said, that's not $20. Nickel Pony said, LOL, got a bid war. Lotus said, did I forget a 0? Olivia said, yeah. Let's be nice to each other tonight, shall we? Yeah. You know what time it is.
We've got about 9 more times, Lotus, and we'll be on to something.
Lotus said, I'll just troll and make another account. Sound like all the other damn trolls. Oh, God. It's hotter than hell in here. Lil Enforcer said, I have a hole in my shoe, but it's okay. That's how I get my foot in it. Carlos said, nah, I'm too nice. I wouldn't do that to Lotus. I would. No, it wouldn't. Let's see. Nickel Pony has been a member of the silly little YouTuber for 3 months. And it says 3 months in the rubber room. Raro. Your ass is in trouble on the way back.
Now we look like schoolgirls.
I didn't do shit. Jacob said, do you know what time it is? It ain't got no gas in it. I hope it ain't got no gas in it. We got half a tank of fuel. Let's see here. You got 9.7 miles till you bear off to the right.
Well, light red.
Where the fuck do you see it? No, that's a green light. How do you see it? I see the red light, but it's facing a completely different way.
I just saw a red light. I didn't
You were so damn nervous right now. Hey, Harris Teeter Delivery.
Yeah.
Cool. And Kroger. Lilith Force said favorite road food.
I like to get me a Fifth Avenue bar, a whatchamacallit, and like chips, like Pringles.
I like
and
Pringles cheddar chips and beef jerky. Daryl said, where are we going? We are going to Charlotte, North Carolina to pick up some ramps. Carlos said, sup, Daryl? Olivia said, you should have rolled down the window and barked. Don't tip me. Madison said, I'm going to be the reason we get shot. Daryl says, big.
Well, if we get shot, y'all going to get to see it on live.
Yeah, Lilith Force says, bubblegum lights on the left. Lotus said, at least it isn't raining there. It rained last night, been drizzling on and off today. Olivia said, Mac. Daryl said, cool. Lotus said, it hasn't stopped all day and may not till Friday. F that. Daryl said, ghosty. Carlos said, don't worry, Lotus, my name isn't. Okay. Olivia said, do it, no balls. No balls. I was talking shit to Gene today. He says, do you know whatever the hell the word is? I was like, no, what is that? He goes, a rooster's lost his balls. Keep on. I said, tempt me with a good time. If you won't touch him, I'll let you. I forget what we were talking about. Oh, I was talking about bad ordering engines. Lotus said, or Sunday. And it said, Max up. Daryl said, I just got home. I'll be back. All right. And it said, Lotus. Olivia said, do it for the next passerby. Oh. Madison said, hey, Daryl. Roll the window down first. Lilith Force said, night drive or daughter drive. I hope my daughter's not driving yet, but night drive. John Deere said, I don't know. They made what you call it food. LOL. Randy, you made me laugh. Yeah. Lilith Force said, I meant daylight or dark drive. I would much rather drive during the day, maybe because I can't friggin' see.
When I was young, I would rather drive at night. But now...
Oh, you go there, Chahari.
Yeah, they've done a U-turn in front of me.
Dumbass. I'll bark at them dumbasses. Lotus said, but if it was, you would 7,000 nitros, one of every flavor, but no electronics. Olivia's laughing. Lotus said, all powered by LRP. Mini Jim says, toss my salad, pass. Nickel Pony said, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I will turn this fucking truck around, boy.
2 more miles.
Yeah.
That's all I heard going up. 2 more miles.
Madison said, LOL, Addie driving me to dinner. What you talking about? I believe it. Lotus said, haha. Lotus said, hate driving at night. I used to not mind it, but again, I can't see. My right eye does not let in light like my left one does. So it really messes with my vision at night. Livy said he got nervous. You barked at him. Lillian Ford said, oh, my damn phone. That guy must be important. Yeah, no shit. Lotus said, headlights make me blind. Yep. Brent said, what's up, Randy? Hello, Brent. I saw Brent today.
Did you?
He's on 221. Why are we slamming on fucking brakes?
Goes the fucking light screen, you fucking dumbass.
Oh, let's pull out in front of another truck pulling a damn trailer, you fucking see. Olivia said, are we there yet? Shut up, Olivia. Don't make me pop you.
2 more miles.
Does nothing special. Said I'd rather drive at night unless it's raining. Oh, you better bet I hate driving in the rain. Carlos said, ha 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 ha, Lotus.
We're having daydreams about night things.
Lillian Forrest said thoughts on LED headlights.
I like them, but I don't like seeing them come towards me.
I like them for like if nobody's around, so you can see. But like Daddy just said, I mean, you blind the crap out of everybody yet. Lotus said, "Are we there yet?" All right, that's it. I'm beating somebody's ass. Olivia said, "Are we there yet?" Yep, Olivia's the one that's gonna get it. Lotus has to go to the bathroom. They said, "She's touching me." Olivia said, "I'm hungry." You know, that's why I don't take you kids on damn road trips anymore. Nickel Pony said, "Can we stop at McDonald's? We have McDonald's at home. I want ice cream. Get chicken strips." Oh, Daddy, I really gotta pay. It's nothing special. I said, "I want Burger King." Madison prefers to sleep drive. Yeah. Lotus said, "I want nuggies." Olivia said, "He's touching me." I said, "Are we there yet? Y'all are a bunch of whiny little shits. I ain't taking these pictures with these people with me no more." Lotus
Olivia,
said,
you look out your window. Lotus, you look out yours. Y'all quit touching each other.
Olivia said, "I want pizza." Lotus said, "I'm not touching her." Lillian Force, an only child here. Why can't it be about me? It's all about you, Lillian Force. Carlos said, that's usually me, Lotus, the poop meister. Nickel Pony said, "Pass the Coke bottle back here. Pops ain't stopping." Gatorade bottle.
Speaking of a funny story,
Oh,
I'll let Randy tell his adventure with his papa.
Paw. Listen, whenever you're going to the beach with Paw, you don't damn stop unless it's for gas. And we're in the punch bowl. And I had my laptop with me because, you know, back then I played a lot of Webkins and Farmville and RuneScape. And we're in stop and go traffic. And Paw was like, "Randy, give me that damn Gatorade bottle. I got piss." I'm like, "No, please, no." So whatever, I give him the Gatorade bottle. Next thing I know is that fucker is pissing all over the goddamn roof of this punch bug. And I don't know whether to shit or go blind.
He's forgetting to tell y'all he was having to drive from the passenger seat.
Drive from the passenger seat in a 5-speed Beetle
And that
while
Beetle-
holding the fucking computer. And that piss starts going everywhere. Oh my God. And I want y'all to know I was 16. God almighty.
He got to see his papa's wieners.
Fucking bullshit. That was not on my bingo card. Olivia said, "He's pulling my hair." Maria said, "Hi, what's happening? Why are you screaming?" Lois said, "I spilled my food on the truck floor." Somebody's getting their ass beat. Madison said, "I don't want to listen to this song." Olivia said, "Shh, Lotus." Jacob said, "Are we there yet? I want food and ice cream."
Can we
Darn
change
it.
the movie?
Yeah. Lillian Force said, "Pass the coffee can. We don't stop pissing the can." Yep. Madison Lotus is unbuckling his harness. Lotus said, "And climbing out the window." Let me say, "I spilled my tea like 2 red lights ago." Carlos said, "Mom, nom, nom. Randall keeps on farting. It stinks." Olivia said, "My tablet won't work."
Oh my God.
Y'all are the prime example of why I only want 2 kids. I can reach both kids to beat their ass when they start doing this shit.
Hey, there's where I ate breakfast on the way to Atlanta.
Wake up and eat.
Yep. Actually, good little breakfast. Oh, you know something? I'm not even done my expense report for that.
Olivia said, "My tablet won't work." Listen, what's the Wi-Fi password?
How long was that?
3 miles. Madison said, Daddy. Lilith Ford said, "Gaseous fortuitous." Olivia said, "Are we there yet?" Madison said, Dad. I swear, just reading this, I'm laughing, but inside, I feel my blood pressure going up just from reading it. Olivia said, "I need to pee." Hold it. We got 33 minutes, 2 more miles.
Go ahead, your panties hold them.
Yeah. Lois said, Olivia peed on the seat. Jacob said, Mom, Mom, Mom. Patty said, this sounds like my drive to Ohio. My drive to Ohio went a lot better than this one.
No wonder she speeded up and left.
Yeah. No shit. Olivia said, it was an accident. Oh my God, Addie has done that before. Lillian forces 2 miles, 33 minutes. Oh yeah, we're talking about New York traffic now. Yeah, it says 32 miles, 33 minutes. Somebody blowing the horn at you?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Roll your window down. I'll tell them to go after themselves.
They were blowing the horn, but I don't know who they were blowing the horn at.
Hopefully we ain't got a flat tire. Can I help you? They'll speed up right beside you for a second. Now they're slowing down.
They wasn't one blowing at somebody in the middle lane.
Oh, let's see here. Does nothing special. Said, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's Perry talking. Are you having a damn turtle head playing peekaboo with your asshole? Matt said, I can't hold it. Another said he got a turtle head poking out. Little and Ford said GPS is a liar. Yeah, it is. Maria said, you're not the main character. Sure I am. Nickel Pony said, I lock the windows back here. Smells like piss and melted whatchamacallits back here. Maria said, fun story. Not a fun time. Olivia said, Randy, my tablet died. Can you charge it up there? No.
Can I use your phone?
No. Got any games on your phone? God, kids used to do that shit all the time. Now they have their own phones.
You know, what Randy don't tell y'all, see, all this is real portable now. But when he was young, we had a damn 13-inch TV that sat right here on this armrest. I had the inverter down there. He could watch TV. That youngin' is so damn spoiled, y'all have no idea. And he gets mad because he says Justin is. That youngin' had every damn thing in the world.
Lilith Ford said, not on the leather. Olivia said, and Arnold Palmer half and half. Well, you know the best part about it, they piss or shit on the leather, it comes off a lot easier than cloth.
So go ahead, I don't sit back there.
Go ahead, it's your pants, not mine. Alright, and a little over half a mile you're turning right.
I see a train.
Okay. Nickel Pony said, where's Miss Jane?
She's probably still in Florida.
Wonder what they said back in the horse-drawn wagons.
I would say they got their ass beat a lot more back then.
Yeah. Olivia said, I said it was an accident. Maria said, one time we were traveling using the bus and I told my mom I need the bathroom. And she said in a loud voice, my daughter wants to pee.
Oh,
I bet you didn't say it no more.
Where have I got to start turn here?
Not this road. You see where that car just moved over to turn right? Turn right
where
up
that
there.
one's coming out.
Exit right to I-485 North Outer.
And then Olivia said, I'm sorry. You know what, Olivia? It's okay. I'm not mad at you.
Is it this one right here?
Yeah, that's a lot. This makes me really nervous.
All that traffic made me nervous.
Yeah, we're going to be back in it on the way back. Let's see here. Grant, PAC 7000 said, what's up? What's up, Grant? Olivia said, can we go faster? No, we have no lights on the trailer, a missing brake light, and tags that are barely in date.
They're in date.
Yeah, Lotus said, Olivia's holding up a sign that says, help me, I've been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Grant said, where are we going and what you driving? We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina to pick up some ramps, and we're driving a 2002 Chevy 3500 crew cab long bed dually with the Duramax diesel.
How long do I got on this road?
1.7 miles, and you're going to continue straight. Maria said he used to have TV. Wow, so spoiled kid. It's not like every normal kid should have TV. Wow, Randy, you are a wonderful father. Well, Maria, what you got to remember is back then, TVs were not near as accessible as they are now. Does nothing special, said the trailer is fine. Fucking mint. It's good enough for me. Olivia said, no, that's Nickel Pony. I just drew it for him. Grant said, nice. Alvin said, hi. Hello, Alvin. Little enforced, I couldn't see the front seat for all the smoke. Life was different.
Oh, that's the way it was with me.
Need to stay in your left 3 lanes to continue straight.
I am.
Jacob said, you need a horse buggy for everybody. LOL, no kidding. Maria said, I don't know anything about this family, but I'm 100% sure that Justin is a spoiled brat.
Damn.
Let's see here. Jano said, Allah is in the news. Okay. Lotus said, had none of that stuff when I was a kid. When you were a kid, I don't even think they had the internet. Maria said, or tell him I don't care, I'm not afraid. Weber Genesis said, hi, hello, buddy. Olivia said, Randy, my tablet won't turn on again. Sounds like not my problem.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Lotus said, agreed, Maria. Carlos said, fantabulous. Okay, I can't read that. 24 miles and you're going to get off on exit for 160 Steel Creek Road. What kind of name is that? Steel Creek Road. Let's see here. Lotus said, I think we got internet when I was 10. Little and 4 said, we sat on the armrest and slept in the back dash. We survived. Exactly. Maria said, we used to have TV, but it was like a box when I was a kid. Oh no. I got to remember, she was born in 07.
Listen, I still remember being able to get the colored TVs. I was the one that went and turned the damn antenna.
I remember having to do that to me, my own pawpaws. Lotus said, he's soft. Nickel Pony said, I haven't had this much fun on a road trip since Daddy's power steering went out, and I learned all those new cuss words. Levy said, he may be spoiled, but at least all the Pop's kiddos came out like good people. Hey, you know what? That's exactly right. Weber said, do you have Verizon or T-Mobile? We have Verizon. Maria said, ask him if he had a TV when he was a kid. Even you have a kid and you so old. Yeah.
When I was little, we had a TV in the house, but we didn't have it in the damn vehicle.
It does
like
nothing.
Somebody says that there was so much smoke in the vehicle, you couldn't watch TV anyway.
Does nothing special. Said Steel Creek. Yikes, traffic bad down there right now.
No shit.
Yeah, yep, Steel Creek coming up in 22 miles. We got 25 minutes, 25 miles. Mike said, when I was growing up, our Google was called World Book Encyclopedia and Weber's Dictionary. I want y'all to know, growing up, if I didn't know how to spell a word, Mom and Daddy would say, go get the dictionary and figure it out. I said, but I don't even know how to spell it. They said, well, what does it start with? And if I knew what it started with, I had to go look in the damn dictionary for it. That sumbitch was them leather bound, and I mean, it was as thick as my thigh. I hated spelling.
Y'all don't believe him.
Look at that fucking smile. Look at that smile. That sumbitch knows that I'm not telling a lie on that one. Olivia said, I don't remember anything before 06. I remember a lot before 06, because that's when Justin was born. Olivia said, I think we had box TV, though.
Listen, y'all get on your phone and look up information. We had to go through the encyclopedias. Everybody had them in their house, and you had to go to the letter. And look it up.
Weber said Verizon sucks. Agreed. But Verizon was the only one that would carry cell reception at Dad's house. Lotus, I remember when we got Nintendo, that was world changing.
I remember Atari.
Robert said, hi, Randy Jr., this is Robert. Hey, Robert.
Hello, Robert.
You said you went bowling today, didn't you?
What's them bowling scores?
Jacob said, look at your kids in backseat R3. Well, won't that your YouTube family? Listen, y'all are part of the YouTube family, but some of y'all's asses is staying home next time. Lil and Four said, born in 75. Shit, I've held rabbit ears with foil in a storm. Nailed it.
Yes.
I was born in 96. He was born in 69. Carlo said, sorry.
Summer of 69.
Carlo, we talked about this. We don't do controversial subjects and we don't do religion, buddy. Nickel Pony said, those old TVs, that one thing, hold on, I can't see. That one thing we knew wouldn't be stolen if someone broke in. Big ass LTD.
Yeah.
No kidding. Listen, if somebody come in to dang steal a TV and made out with the damn old ass TV, listen, that's the people you don't want to fuck with. They got muscles the size of your head. Rumpel said, man, it's getting dark. Yes, it is. And it's only 6:59. Robert said hi. Hello, Robert. Livia said, I remember playing the DS. That was such a beautiful console.
Y'all remember Sunday, though, we go up.
We go.
We spring forward.
Yep, we spring forward on Sunday.
Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Olivia, I remember playing my first Game Boy in the truck. This truck, actually, going to the beach, and whenever it got dark, it wasn't the light version where you click the button and it gets lighter on the screen. It was the original Game Boy, so you couldn't see without a light. I remember playing the Game Boy Advanced SP. I remember playing the DS Lite. I remember that. Olivia said, Randy, are we there yet? 2 more miles. Weber said, I love my VHS tape player. I haven't seen a VHS in a hot minute.
We got them all in a box.
Lilith Four said encyclopedias were for rich kids.
All of your VHS is all the damn Disney movies. I think we had every one of them.
Yeah. Olivia said, please say yes. I feel like that's something Addie would say.
Y'all want to play Punch Boat?
Now it's Titty Twister Tesla. Mike said, I remember only having ABC, CBS, and NBC, and one local channel, and it was all off antenna. And Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
I remember
2,
staying
8, 12, sometimes 48. And then, like you said, we watched the cartoons Saturday morning after cartoons.
I remember doing that at Mima and Pawpaw's. If I would stay Friday night, I would wake up Saturday morning and watch cartoons like Spider-Man and like the like whatever the dang planet was, stuff like that. I remember getting to watch those, and then once the cartoons was over, it was time to go to work, boy.
That's why Daddy would turn it off. So, all right, let's clean the house.
Rumpel said, I remember the old TVs back when they even had reversible shutters or retrievable shutters. You lost me there, Rumpel.
Yeah, I'm saying, I don't know what you mean there.
Lotus said, I had an Atari too and a Camrado 64 or Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64, yeah, I remember that.
Weber said, VHS. Olivia said, are we going to get my DS? Absolutely not. Mike said, that's back when kids didn't live in their mama's basement.
Yep.
That was back if somebody wanted to talk like that, they got their ass beat. And the parents went, you should have shut your mouth.
That was back when the kids got home from school. They didn't have babysitters. They unlocked the door and went and done their housework. Curly fan said, whoa, y'all on the road? Yes, ma'am, we are. We are heading to Charlotte, North Carolina to pick up some aluminum ramps. Robert's getting, what, about
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yep, 20 minutes, 18 miles. Robert said, my first game is 79 today in bowling. Hey, that's awesome, Robert. Lil M4 said, our movie rentals were on a big-ass disc. I remember whenever we started going to Family Video and renting movies, I thought we were some damn high-fluting shits until I would go to Jared's house, and Jared would have Netflix shit. And I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's like a movie room. Then they got DirecTV way before us. I'm like,
we got charged
this is so cool.
We didn't rewind it, so we ended up buying a rewinder.
Yeah.
So we didn't wear out our DVD player rewinding it.
Olivia said, Randy, can I have my Game Boy Advance, please? I left it up there on accident. No, Olivia, sit down and shut up.
Y'all go to sleep. We'll be there in 2 more minutes.
Yeah. Rumpel said, retrievable shutters, like they were sliding doors to cover the TV screen.
I do remember. It looked like a radio, like a,
Rumpel said, I was very, very young, but I remember them. They came fat TVs with cat hod ray tubes.
My grandmother had them, yes. I do know what you mean now.
Olivia said, Randy, Lotus is cheating. We'll cheat back. Robert said, where is Justin Randy Jr.? Robert, Justin is at home. He has to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that poor boy's tired. Look, there's the number 35, the Toyota truck in front of us. I know y'all can't see it, but I can. Barely. Rumpel said cover. Weber said I have an N64 Nintendo 64 007 GoldenEye, my favorite game. Well, I heard that's a good game, never played.
How'd you know that was a truck? Oh, you talking about the truck and trailer?
Yeah, truck and trailer.
I thought you knew it was a truck.
Oh, don't worry how I know we're not. Look, y'all, we're going to be as cool as this one. 13 miles. Look, we're going to be as cool as this one day. Maybe cooler. We're going to be cooler because we're going to have Chevrolet instead of Toyota. Totally not off topic said, where y'all headed? We are headed to Charlotte, North Carolina to pick up some ramps. Our friend, I don't know, 38. What's his name?
Rezeem, R-E-H-E-E-M, Rezeem,
Okay.
or something like that.
I'm just going to say 38 for the night, but said, hi, hello, buddy.
Tassoon or something like that, I forget now.
Weber said, give me my Nintendo 64. If I had it, I would. Olivia said, I'll scream if you don't get me my Game Boy. Then scream. 38 said, hi or hello. Hello, 38.
And I'll pull this truck over and whoop your ass, too.
Curly said, I still have my N64 and Game Boys. I don't know if you were in the other night, but I found my Game Boy Advance SP. I still have the original DS, my DS Lite, my 3DS XL, my original Xbox is somewhere, 360. I mean, they were all Justin's. Rumpel said, Lotus. I had Sega console, limited games, Mario, Contria, and Tetris. Robert said, where are we going? Charlotte, North Carolina, get some ramps. Lotus said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Yeah, Olivia, it sounds like a skill issue. Maria said, it's too dark. I know, Olivia. We're not Olivia. Maria. Off topic said, hi, hello. Lil M4 said, I remember the commercial that asked where your kids were. Where your kids were. There used to be a commercial that would come on asking where your kids were because parents would forget their kids were outside. Lotus said, used to love Contria. Off topic said, it's so dark over there. Yep, well, you're 3 hours behind us. It's like, what, 4 o'clock? Olivia said, shut it, Lotus. Lotus said, perfect dark. Maria said, when are we going to arrive? 15 minutes, 13 miles. Off topic retracted their message. Olivia said, or I'm going to put a sock in it. Jacob said, I farted, R3, please stop. Sound like you might have shorted. Lotus said, I can take you, old man. Curly said, I wasn't, but that's sick. Yep, and it still has Pokemon Ruby in it. I still have Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald sitting around. And I just got Pokemon Fire Red on my Switch Lite. Lotus said, give us the Game Boy. No. Off topic said, all right, 3 hour difference. Yep. Curly said, my parents said N64 and Game Boys were all I needed until I got older and my dad got me a PS4. I remember Mama and Daddy telling me the Pokemon was the devil. But they still got me Pokemon games. Robert said, did you order Robert's work shirt? Yes. Rumble said, you know the saddest part of Sunday morning TV, Saturday for you guys, was that's all, folks. That meant end of cartoons.
That's all, folks.
Yep, that meant the end of the cartoons.
Yep.
Back to the adult television. Maria said that commercial was scary.
Damn, that Jeep sounded good.
Yep, probably got the 5.7 Hemi in it. Off topic said, like and subscribe. I would appreciate it.
LED lights.
Got somebody flying up on the ass with it?
Yep. It was in
Turn
my
your
bag.
lights off, jackass. Oh, typical Ram owner. Where's Ryan at? Speaking of Ram owners. Curly said it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Hopefully with my wife.
How much longer we got?
8.8 miles. Olivia said, eee! She's screaming. Off topic said, doesn't Bill Murray live in Charlotte? I don't even know who Bill Murray is. Curly said, I farted and it's on the floor. Curly, we talked about this. Olivia said, no, give me my Game Boy. No. Maria said, why? It's Game Boy, not Game Girl. I don't know. Talk to the Japanese about that.
Because nobody could figure it out if it was a game girl.
You really want to know why? Because whenever that cartridge just didn't want to work, you know what you did to fix it?
You blowed on
You
it.
blowed on it. Lotus said, my ears are bleeding. Give her the stupid ass Game Boy. Fine. Mike said, Rumple, that was the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner comedy hour. Rumple said, Mike, yup, good old days. Then Mike said, okay, Looney Tunes. I like Looney Tunes. Maria said, OMG, your dad looks scary and dark. They can't even see you now. It's like my sense of humor. Oh, they can see a little bit of your face now. Lotus said, in the 80s, girls didn't play computer games. Madison said, what kids? Off topic said, dude, I always thought the devil stuff was dumb until I met multiple Satanists. Their favorite holiday is Halloween, dude. It's apparently a for real satanic holiday. They sacrifice people and shit legit. I don't doubt it. Olivia said, I need to pee again. Then piss yourself. Maria said, shut up. Curly said, floor is meant for farts. Yep. Rumple said, I was also half in love with that gal from I Dream of Jenny, along with half of my town kids.
I dream of Genie.
Yeah, Jeannie, I'm sorry. Olivia said, yay, my Game Boy. Yeah, now shut up. Off topic said, Game Girl would complain too much. Olivia said, where's my game, Randy? You said you wanted the Game Boy. You never said you wanted the game. Maria said, stop joking like I'm going to piss myself. It's 3 a.m. here. Stop joking like that. I'm going to piss myself. It's 3 a.m. here.
They're coming to take me away.
Olivia said, but my game. Curly said, it's not satanic. I'm I can't pronounce a word, Curly, I'm sorry. Holiday called Samhain, pronounced Samhain. Okay. Samhain. Off topic said Bill Murray is one of the Ghostbusters, by the way. Oh, okay. I have no idea. I've never even seen Ghostbusters. Lillian Ford said latchkey kids made great parents. Maria said, who's coming? The police. They're coming to take me away.
They're coming to take me away.
Tell you what, this road needs some damn paving, or you need some damn shocks.
Yep.
Yeah, you need shocks.
Yep.
It's almost like we're riding around in a ton truck pulling an 18-foot lowboy trailer with nothing but steel ramps in the moment.
Need tires on it too, on the truck.
I was about to say on the trailer. I hope not. They would think, well, Brian, you.
Tires, the front.
Maria said, no thanks, I'm not going with them. Curly said, have you seen Osmosis Jones? Bill Murray was in that too. I have not, Curly. Off topics, there's different types of Satanism. I'm talking about the ones who are evil and sacrifice people, not the I can't even fucking read right now. Kind of whatever those ones are. Madison said, can we stop at Buc-ee's? No. Maria said, but if they were hot, hell yeah. Maria said if the cops are hot, they can take her away. Mike said, I agree with Madison. Let's stop at Buc-ee's and get a cinnamon roll. Rumple said, well, I'm off. Early preparations. It's festival days here. Holly Festival today. Festival of Colors. We bring out our Super Soakers today. Catch y'all later. Take care. See you, Rumple. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Have a wonderful day. 3.5 miles. You're getting off on the exit. Oh, God, I thought I was caught up. I am not. Olivia said, I need new pants. You're going to sit in it. Off topic said, all I know is these guys loved Halloween and murdered people. That's all I know. Olivia said, I'm bored. Lillian Ford said, what about Bob? Is my favorite Bill Murray movie. Never heard it either. Rumple said, I need a Buc-ee's t-shirt. I've never even been to a Buc-ee's. See, this is the kind of people right here that cause accidents. You ride in the middle lane and you're doing 10 under. Get the F out of the way. Off topic said, Olivia, can you always smoke crack? You can always smoke crack. Mike said, if you've been to Buc-ee's, you'd be wanting to stop at them all. Really? And then Little Enforce at Buc-ee's is overrated. See, this is the best part about opinions. We can all have different ones. We got 8 minutes, 5.1 miles. Off topic said crack fix boredom real quick. Well, crack is whack. Curly said I've never been to Buc-ee's before. Well, Curly, I'm glad I'm not the only one here. Olivia said no crack for me. Maria said R3, tell us about your spoiled childhood. Maybe next time. Tony said Buc-ee's is way overrated and priced to all get out.
How far we got? Is this
1.8 miles. So yeah. I'm gonna say you might get behind this one.
Yeah.
Lotus said they're building a Buc-ee's by him. Cool. Curly said only heroin for me. Heron.
Don't go hitting your damn brakes.
Off topic said, well, that's why you're bored. Tony said, now I love me a Sheets. Oh, I like Sheets. But if you start buying stuff like food, you're going to pay out the ass.
Not if you buy it right.
Maria said, is that real that your parents are made of gold, as your dad said? Your pants are made of gold, as your dad said. No. They did give me a lot of stuff. I was slightly spoiled.
Slightly his ass.
Off topics, I've tried crack one time. Very, very overrated. I think I'll leave it to you, buddy. I don't think I want to try it. JH7 said, hi, hello, buddy. Sorry for the bumpy ride. These roads in Charlotte are bad. Curly said, stones like kidney stones? I've had 6. Tony said, $6 sub and $1.50 for 2 hot dogs. Can't beat Sheets. Exactly. J7 said, road trip, boys, to the Unicorn Mobile.
What's that say?
Just message me when you pull in the neighborhood. Any updates?
What time we got?
5 minutes.
Exit right to exit 4. North Carolina 160, Steel Creek Road.
5 minutes out now. They kill me. Message me when you pull in the neighborhood. Then say, any update? I didn't tell you I was in the neighborhood.
In a
Let's
quarter
see.
of a mile. Use
Noah
the left lane to turn left on Steel
said,
Creek
attention,
Road.
Jesus Christ is coming back. Spread the word of Christ before it's too late. We don't talk religion on here. Tony said, what you going to eat? We're going to pick up ramps in Charlotte, North Carolina, actually, Tony. So nothing to eat right now. Maria said, they always say the little ones live while the parents are their best version of themselves. Well, listen, as I have learned, whenever you have your first kid, you're also learning. You're learning. Your first kid gets a lot of first. Your first kid gets a lot of good stuff, but they also get a lot of bad. You're learning yourself, and you're growing up just as much as your kid is.
Like when you drop their passy on the floor, you go boil it so it's not dirty. By the time you get your third one, you just pick it up and give it back to them. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt.
Hell, that was by the time we had our second
I
one.
know.
I was willing to do that with Addie, but Madison was not. T Money Gaming said, I'm right behind you. Cool. Stop putting your high beams on, jackass. In half a mile, you're turning right on the Shopton Road.
Turn right on Shopton Road.
Off topic said, dude, y'all watching the war live streams? No, sir, we are not. And the reason why is because it is controversial, and I'm not going to get caught up in it.
The only updates we get is from Maria.
Yep. J7, where are you guys going? We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina to get some ramps. Tony said, Charlotte, man, I feel for you. It sucks to drive down there. Yes, it does. Jew Kubi said, let's go Iran. If you had any fucking clue how bad they were, you would shut the hell up and go fuck yourself.
Use the right lane
Easy
to turn
now.
right.
Off topic said, dude, driving in the city looks so effing terrifying. It is. Maria said, go Iran to die? No thanks. Exactly. Off topic said, dirt don't hurt? Exactly. Lillian Ford said, as a little one and a parent, we are broken and trying to damn fix it. Yes. Yes, we are. Maria said, LOL, give them the news about war. I'm the boss. You are our new news network. J7 said, Charlotte Hornets, NBA are in town and may be busy in downtown.
Turn right on
Well, we're only
109.
1.7 miles away, so we're not going to be in downtown.
And, believe me, as soon as I can get them and get them on this trailer, I'm getting my ass back.
Tony said, only city worse than Charlotte is Atlanta. I agree with that, Tony. Only city worse than Charlotte is Atlanta, Georgia.
Even.
Yeah. JH7 said the Dallas Mavericks. Well, it doesn't matter when I come down to Charlotte, it's always busy. Olivia said, can we drive to Cheddar's? I've never even seen a Cheddar's. Lillian Ford said, some kids need to be spanked. I said it, I stand by it. I think some kids need an ass beating, not just a small spanking. Like, I love my daughter with as much of my heart as I can, but sometimes that little pop on the ass ain't enough. Sometimes she needs a little ass
God in them.
Yeah. And my daughter, she gave us some attitude last night and shut our door and hers. And I want you to know right now, that old school parent just about came out. I just about snatched her ass out of bed. Let's see here. Jacob said, I want to go home. Oh, wait a minute. I farted. Well, you can sit in your own fart.
Hey, just remember that shit particle's just in your mouth now.
Olivia said, New York City and Chicago are the worse than Atlanta. I've never been to Chicago or New York, but I can tell you Atlanta sucks. Mike said, is that a full moon? Yes, it's working on its way to the blood moon. Woo. Does nothing special. Said, I used to go near there. There's a Norfolk Southern bulk yard off of Westinghouse. Cool. I know there's a CSX yard. You got 1,000 foot, you're turning right. J7 said, one thing that pissed me off was when my parents took my devices. Same. Yep. Totally not off topic. Said a bunch of T-Rexes. Yeah. Maria said, don't get me wrong. I went to Iran last time a few months ago. It has some wonderful nature, but the rules are super bad.
You need to text them to them we're in the neighborhood.
All right, hold on, everybody.
In 900 feet, turn left on Beeman Avenue.
Oh, and the messenger saying no internet connection.
Oh, great. We'll probably lose y'all then.
Probably. Oh, we got it back. Let's see here. Curly said that calls for an ass whooping. I agree. Left at the stop sign. Maria said blood moon. Moon has periods. Apparently. Well, remember, the moon is a female.
Do you know?
You got it on my side. J7 said, or when they locked me in my bedroom and said to hell with it, LOL. And then said, what you guys picking up? JH7, we're picking up some aluminum 12-foot long ramps. Off topic, sent a bunch of emojis. Does nothing special. Said, been to the CSX yard before. It's off of Freedom Drive, if I remember.
What's the address?
2932. They said, all right, just pull up the driveway and go through.
Tell them I'm pulling a trailer now. Let's see.
Hell, you might can go down here. 2932 is on the left.
That's it right there.
Yep.
You've arrived at your destination.
Hell, I don't know. You might can get out.
I'll just have to back up.
Yep, there he is. Shh. We're gonna be sneaky.
Y'all keep talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Off topic said, sorry, I don't know why I needed to send those. I got possessed. That's a tight fit.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
How you doing?
Pretty good. If you just want to go up the grass
Uh-huh.
and go to the left of the tree and then kind of turn that way and back up a little bit. That way you can let them around the trailer.
So stay to the left of the tree?
Yeah, if you go to the left of that big tree,
Uh-huh.
you'll be good.
All right.
Let's see here. Maria said, okay, that looks like a horror movie. The road is scary. Well, Maria, what you got to remember,
Maybe
to the left of the tree. And then turn to the right. Yep, there they are, right there in the ground. And then turn to the right, and then you can back up. A tree's on the ground, that scares me. Maria, what you got to remember is we are in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Oh, there's an old car. Oh, yeah, he's got that. That's a Mercury Cougar. It's a 302 and an automatic.
And how much is it?
2,000, something like that. Trust me, I looked through his marketplace listings. J7 said, oh, nice. Hurry, grab the loot and take the shit and go back. Yeah.
Man, what a plane.
Yeah, we're right here near the international airport. Jacob said, Mom, Dad. Maria said, Randy, I have an idea. Put on horror music.
I'll be right back there, buddy.
Okay. You got the cachet?
Yes.
Do you want me to help you? Okay. Here, I'll turn the light on. Well, better yet, let you. And then we're gonna go right here to Never Done Projects, and we're going to start. 1 hour, 17
Let's
minutes.
take I-485
70
inner,
miles.
University City Boulevard, Charlotte, and North
Let's see here,
Carolina,
Little and 4
49.
said, whoop that ass if they need it. It builds character. I support that 110%. I don't want to be mean to her by any means, but she's going to have to learn that she has to listen. JH7 said, it's never done projects arrives at your house. Apparently not. Jacob said, wait, he said R3. Yeah. Mike said, look out. Jason's lurking in the woods. Especially with that blood moon. If I see something, y'all gonna hear me squeal like a baby back bitch. Beth said, better watch out for that big tree, Randy. I'm watching it, Beth. It's right there. You can't see it, but I can see it. Listen, the little ones are the scary ones. Because even 9mm at 100 mile an hour fucking hurts. J7 said, Randy's childhood is arising. Listen, if y'all want to know about my childhood, I have no problem talking about it. Does nothing special, said Charlotte, as a whole is horror. Yes, it is. Ozzy said, Pops, I need you to put on some concrete for a foundation. The reason I ask is because you haven't been working on the railroad. I'll tell him when he gets back in here, Ozzy. Zebra said, why are you outside your ex-wife house? Listen, we don't need to talk about my ex-wife. My current wife might get upset. Ozzy said, Randy, can you tell him when he gets back? I will, Ozzy. J7 said, better watch out for Michael Myers. Michael Myers catch a cap in his ass. Maria said, I won't have kids, and I'll tell my kids not to have kids either. Now, Maria, how are you going to tell your kids not to have kids if you're not going to have kids? Little Enforced accountability is a tough but valuable lesson. Yes, it is. And respect. You know that song that used to be out, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me? Off topic said, dude, I almost legit just pooped my pants. Maria said, yes, please speak. Bark. Mike said, I hope you're all packing heat. Listen, I got my guns and roses. Look, there's a plane. I always pack heat to these things. J7 said, it's the Unicorn Motel. Unicorn. Maria said, his ex-wife is Tree. Livy said, tell stories. Well, what do y'all want to know about? I can tell you stories about getting wood from the woods with my pawpaw in wintertime that was so thick I could ice skate, and drove the tractor onto the little watering hole, and I used to have to stand on the front of the tractor because it was an old Ford Red Belly Workmaster that was loaded down so much wood on the carry-all that it would pick the front end up, and I would have to ride the front to keep from popping wheelies. I can tell you stories about almost getting my ass beat by cows, but Pawpaw knocked them out. Tell you about riding horses and running barrels and poles. Running off the side of a mountain on a four-wheeler. I got all kinds of stuff. Maria said, I don't know. Ozzy said, who is Ghost? Ghosty plays is Olivia. She's our friend in Tennessee. Olivia said, and that tree was a hoe. Yes, it was. Curly said, I confuse Mike Myers and Michael Myers all the time. I didn't know there was a difference. Maria said, everything. Lotus said, they're from the South. You get a free gun when you fill your gas tank. Man, I wish. Curly said, that plane is Viet Cong. Oh, God. Look, there's another one. Listen, I'm not worried about the trees unless they start speaking Vietnamese, and then I'm really going to start freaking out. J87 said, wait, maybe this is where the finding them. Oh, we're live again. We're finding them, J87. We'll beat your ass. I told them pull up, and they didn't, so I pulled up. Maria said, okay, don't tell us anything. Look, I am an open book. Whatever you want me to tell you. J87 said he talked about getting taken out by a tree. I'll tell you whatever you want to know about that. Half Hawk said, you sound just as country as cornbread, old boy. Well, I guess you could say I am. I like cornbread. Little and Four said, I feel like tomorrow is going to hurt. Yep. What the problem I keep having is, it says it's 53 degrees outside. I don't believe it. and it was 75 degrees on Saturday, Sunday. Look, there's another plane. And then Monday morning, it was like 40. It was 20 some degrees cooler Monday than it was Sunday. Maria said, what if your dad never returned? Oh, I hear him back there in the back talking. So, I mean, if something happened, I'm pretty sure I'll be getting out and y'all going to see me fighting. Olivia said, who is Ghosties? Olivia said, yeah, who is that? It's me. Olivia said, Hugh gets free guns all the time. Man, must be nice. Olivia said, oh no. Maria said, like the other dads when they go to buy some milk and never go back. Maria said, I have a question. Well, shoot from the hip, Maria. What's your question? Half Hawk said, wherever that Mason-Dixon line is, this guy is way south of it. I am in central North Carolina, actually, so not too much further south. No, said, it's too late for that, Maria. Curly said, they're in the trees. Oh, no. Kind of hard to be in the trees if I kill all the trees. Olivia said, Randy, are you sure we know Ghosties? Nah, I'm not sure. Maria said, how did it feel when you watched the video of the tree falling on me? I really didn't know how to feel. It was kind of creepy. Even now, kind of thinking about it and watching the video is, needless to say, it's difficult. I make jokes, act like things are okay, like, F trees. I made a mistake, y'all. I made a mistake on where I ran, and I have to live with that mistake for the rest of my life. But, you're talking in 2 more days, it's going to be 6 months ago it happened. And it feels like a lot longer than 6 months ago. You good?
I got paid.
So it was not an easy video to watch. And still not easy, Maria.
Alright, do that home.
I already did.
Oh.
Says 1 hour and 17 minutes, 70 miles.
Here we go.
Olivia said, can I go pee now? Yes, Olivia, you missed your chance. We're on the road again. Ozzy said, Randy, please clear up the confusion. Who is Ghosty? I can't truly tell you because I truly don't know her because I have never met her. JH7 said, how was that helicopter ride? Don't think I could get hit by a tree, then ride 1,000 feet up in the air to the hospital.
He didn't have a choice.
You did it so you can share it, and you did that. That's what's amazing about you. Well, let me just, turn right. Let me just touch on the subject of saying, whenever I got hit like that and I couldn't move my freaking left arm, and I want y'all to know, I have been through some shitty pain in my 30 years. I've been through a lot of pain.
I've seen a lot, but when I knew he was messed up.
I have seen a lot of stuff. I ran on a shin that was broken at the top and the bottom for a month, and it healed wrong. Whenever I tell y'all I have been through some damn pain, that was the worst pain I've ever experienced. And when that first fireman got there, I remember Daddy put that rag underneath my head. And whenever Daddy told me, don't move, you're fucked up, that was kind of my oh shit moment. I was fucked up. And whenever that fireman got there, and his first thing was, my name is whatever, and you're gonna hate me. I remember telling that man, right now, you got a car coming. Right now, you're gonna have to really do some messed up stuff for me to hate you right now. And he looked at me and he says, you're gonna need air care. And at that moment, I think Daddy realized I was pretty messed up whenever I willingly agreed to accept air care. And whenever I agreed for Daddy to call 911. But I want y'all to know, that video, obviously you heard me start screaming because it was the worst pain. But I remember thinking,
that was 46
seconds of silence, of nothing. No movement, no sounds. I would like to say I was breathing, but I remember not breathing.
It didn't look like it on my side.
All I'm saying is I don't know, but 46 seconds of not breathing is I was fucking dead. But I remember waking up and screaming because it hurt so bad, and then I thought to myself, shut the hell up, Randy. You have this on video, and all these people that just whine and cry like a little baby back bitch when they get hurt. You sound like a wimp right now.
Hey, I was glad to hear you cry.
And so that's why, I made a couple bird noises, and then you heard me stop. And that's why I stopped. Because I remember thinking, you know, I sound like a little bitch right now. They dropped me, 5 or 6 times trying to get me in the back of the ambulance. Not like physically drop me, but dropping me on the gurney. They had me in a children's seat collar to support my neck.
And the gurney wouldn't go up into the automatic thing wouldn't go up into the ambulance.
And for them to keep going straight, for them to get it latched in, they have to slam me into it and then slam me out and drop it.
And it wouldn't work. You had to do it manually.
Yep. And I want y'all to know, until I got in the helicopter, there was nothing given for pain, of course. I remember them rolling me into the helicopter. My shirt was cut off. I remember my pants were cut. I thought my pants and underwear were cut off.
Use the left lane to turn left.
But I remember all that was cut, and they rolled me in the back of the helicopter because I remember the exhaust from the
turn.
Yeah, you turn left. Yep.
Turn left on Steel Creek Road.
I remember all that burning because that exhaust was hot. I remember getting in the helicopter, them strapping me down, and just the whole time I had my eyes closed because, God dang, my head hurt. I remember taking off and it feeling like being on a boat. And I mean, just doing about like that, just bobbing. I remember them telling me they're going to give me a little something for pain. I said, well, what you going to give me? They said, we're going to give you fentanyl, which is the thing that kills you that's in heroin, and it's extremely powerful. I think it's like 100 times more powerful than morphine. They gave me that, and I remember taking a nap. I remember them talking to me for a couple seconds, and I remember going to sleep. The next thing I know is I was waking up, we were landing, they were rolling me in, and every bump felt like I was getting my ass beat all over again. And they rolled me, they didn't even take me to the room first. They rolled me straight to the either MRI or CT. And then you're going to immediately turn right. What you doing?
I got to roll the window down because I can't see.
Oh, okay. Not immediately. We're going to go up here to the light and turn right probably. But, they rolled me into that damn hospital room.
Use the right lane to turn right
And Madison, Daddy, and Steven were in that hospital room. And I think Madison has seen me cry 3 times in our 8-year relationship. And that was one of them. Because it was kind of one of those I fucked up.
Here?
Yeah. I messed up, y'all. And I mean, I joke about dying and sliding that $20 bill over to tell them maybe I don't make it and all, but you know, I'm not really ready to die. And I was worried I wasn't going to be able to use my legs anymore. I could move my toes. I remember moving my legs and putting them on top of the tree to help take relief off of my back. But I was worried something was gonna happen. And then they told me I had a broken back, broken neck, ribs, shoulder blade, sacrum, and tailbone. 11 different breaks. But I want y'all to know that was, I hear broken neck and broken back, and the only thing that goes through my head is paralyzation. But I was sitting in that damn hospital bed, them giving me morphine. Every time they give it to me, it was like I was on fire. And I was sitting there crisscross applesauce because that was the only way I could sit and be comfortable. Well, did I not sit like that? Okay, I'm making sure I'm not making up something in my head. But try to get calm. Olivia said, I think he is imagining things. Maria said, what was your dad's last words before they go? I don't know. I don't know. Let me get back where I was. Okay. Lotus said God dang it, stupid fucking phone. Lotus said the place Hugh works does a gun raffle every month, and he won a Colt 1911 a few months ago. That's cool as shit.
We used to do it at Thomas, but they put a stop to it.
Little enforcement, my cat just collapsed from the fatigue of being a damn cat. That little bitch. Ozzy said the only thing I'm imagining is Pops fixing my broken combobulator and flux combobulator. Ozzy said he's going to need your help setting the foundation for a home because you're not working on the railroad anymore.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Olivia said, I don't know what that says. Curly said, wait, what? Are you okay? Curly, I forgot. You're fairly new here. September the 5th of last year, I dropped a tree on myself. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital, had 11 from breaks. I spent 3.5 months in the hospital or in a wheelchair, not allowed to put any weight on my legs whatsoever. They did a surgery on September the 8th and put a rod through my right hip, through my sacrum, and into my left hip to hold everything together. I had a week of inpatient rehab just to get me back where I could use my left arm. And then I had three months and 2 weeks of sitting in a goddamn wheelchair. And setback after setback of every time I went to the damn doctor, it was another timeline pushed back on me getting to use my legs again. I returned to work December 26th, the day after Christmas 2025. And in 2 days, it will be 6 months since the incident
And I
happened.
keep telling everybody you're on your second paycheck. Lord, it's already been 2 months. This is
It's been 3 months.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the third month.
This is the third month I've been back at work.
Time flying.
I feel like this happened forever ago. I hardly remember being in therapy. November the 17th,
You're
2025.
sitting there telling them the story.
Well, Maria asked. They said they want to hear about my childhood and all. And I said I'll share anything they want to know. November the 17th, 2025. Of course, everything I'm talking about was 25. I had my first outpatient physical therapy appointment, and I told Madison they allowed me to drive. I think that did a lot of good for me too.
He was up to do burnout.
Yep, I did that October 31st. But November the 17th, we rolled into my therapy appointment, and I remember telling my therapist, I'm just going to stand up and walk. She said, you're not supposed to be here for another week. I saw bullshit. They told me I could come back 1 week early, and I scheduled this as early as you could get me in. It was 11 weeks after the accident, and I told Madison the whole 32 minutes to get there, I was just going to stand up and walk. She said, Randy, don't get your hopes up. You've been in this wheelchair for 3.5 months. The possibility of you just standing up and walking is basically slim to none. I said, well, you're telling me there's a chance. And I told her I wanted it recorded. She recorded that first time I stood up. I want y'all to know they gave me a walker and said, well, you can try. I stood up before Madison even had time to get the camera turned on. I walked to the door and back with the walker and no pain, and it was kind of shaky. I mean, you're talking 3.5 months of no weight on my feet at all. I had a lot of muscle atrophy on my thighs and my left arm. But to say it was an easy process, I'd be lying like hell to y'all. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Maria said people make mistakes all the time. The most important thing is you learn what was your mistake. My mistake was I cut all the way through the tree instead of...
Our mistake was when I knew we were not on the same page. We did
kept
not
working.
stop. We should have stopped and regroup, and I did not.
Well, I cut through the tree all the way, and I ran the way that I had planned, and if I would have just stayed still, it would have never happened.
I was hollering and whistling and blowing the horn, but he could not hear me over the saw.
Yep. Ozzy said, can you remind Pops? I told Pops what you needed me to. Maria said, why did you return? I remember sitting there in darkness, and I remember thinking to myself, please, don't let me go out like this. Because, we don't talk religion or politics and all, but, we've kind of made it obvious that, we are Christians. We do have our own relationship with God. We don't push our relationship with God on anybody. We don't ask anybody to see our way of life as theirs. I have had many conversations with our God, and I just remember thinking, like, please don't let me go out like this. And as soon as I thought that, I woke up. I don't know why I was allowed to wake up. Maria said it would be a wonderful story if he'd tell people Randy was kidnapped by weird people. That would be a lot better. I should tell the story to my kids whenever they get older, if they don't remember it. I should tell them, Daddy got in a fight with a bear and he beat the bear's ass. JH7, did you ever get back to the firefighters to reunite with them? One stopped by, and I walked out and spoke to him.
Yep.
And he said, where's the guy that the tree fell on? And whenever I said it was me, he did not know whether to shit or go blind.
And we have invited them to the shop, but they have not come.
They are at the fire department every Thursday evening at about 6 p.m. I need to stop in. I really do. Because especially that first guy saved me a lot of pain and suffering. I think Daddy said that whenever he radioed for the helicopter, they were like, are you sure?
Yes, because they had the helicopter for something else.
And he's like, this guy's fucked up, he needs it. JH7 said, I think the cries from that video was the hardest part of watching that video. Well, that was potentially the hardest part I've ever seen too. I think he just rated you as a buyer. Hopefully he gave you 5 stars. Lotus said, that's bad. Subconscious telling you to stop being a bitch. Yeah, exactly. Off topic said, no opioids. They gave me 1 dose of fentanyl, and if you did not know, fentanyl only lasts about 15 minutes. And that's it.
We can rate him.
Yeah, we can rate him. What you want to rate him?
All the way up.
5 stars.
Yeah.
For communication, pricing, and item description. Subbed.
He's selling that thing for $12.50.
That's right. He want to trade an Xterra for it.
I would
too. But yeah, off topic. Just 1 dose of fentanyl in the helicopter ride. If they gave me more, I'm not aware of. And what, 3 doses of morphine? While I was in the main part of the hospital, after that first day, it was Tylenol, and that was it. My first day of therapy, they gave me a lot of oxycodone because that was extremely painful, and they gave it to me the next day. But after that, it's been nothing but Tylenol. Ozzy said, happy to see you safe. And with this, Randy, God bless you. Thank you, Ozzy. And you definitely watched out after me. Beth said, is that what we saw stick it out on that video? We thought it was a turtle. I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. There was no bones sticking out of me, if that's what you're talking about. Maria said, how was your family reaction when they knew about what happened? Obviously you saw Dad's reaction. I don't know what Steven's reaction or Justin's was. Daddy was on the phone, one ear and one phone in one ear, and my phone in the other ear, on the phone with 911 and on the phone with Madison. From what I was told, Madison was extremely upset because what doesn't help is July 28th. I thought I had a heart attack. So you're talking I had August. And then September the 5th, I dropped that fucking tree on me.
And they just put a heart monitor to monitor your heart.
They put a heart monitor on me Thursday afternoon and told me I could not get it wet for 24 hours. So I could not get a shower Friday morning. And I remember I was upset because it's hot. I was sweaty and I thought I stunk. And if you know anything about me, I do not like thinking I stink. They put that freaking heart monitor on me, and then I couldn't get a shower for damn a week and a half before I was allowed to shower again. And oh my God, y'all, that was the worst fucking part between that and having to shit in the bucket. Because I couldn't physically get out of bed to damn go to the toilet. That was horrible. But Maria, I could ask Justin and Stephen what their reaction was, but it's traumatic.
Stephen was tore up because of what you said, and he blames himself.
Well, I talked to Stephen, and I think I asked him if he was coming to the building. And he said, yep, and he said no. And I said, something to the nature of, well, you just don't come to the building no more, you don't want to spend time with me or something. And that's why you always need to be careful in the last thing you say to somebody. Me and Madison have many arguments, and I hang up on her a lot. But before I hang up, I'm always going to tell her, love you, bye. Because if I learned anything last year that, well, look, I can die pretty damn quick. Maria said, no one is ready to die. Well, I've made my peace with the fact that I'm going to die one day.
Well, I'm going to die one day, but I'm not ready to go.
Well, I made my peace as a cop that I might go to work one day and I might not come back.
Yeah,
that's a little different. That's not cutting a damn tree. But you don't sit there and say, yep, I want to die right now, unless you're having some really shitty things go on. And that's why you hear me tell it every once in a while, don't make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Lotus said it's a miracle you're alive and walking normal again. I agree with that.
Yeah, it is. To see him, because you would never know he was hurt. And people don't realize just how bad it was.
Lotus said, hey, that's not what I said. Not talking about that, something else. I don't know what you said then, Lotus. I got to get caught up. I am way the fuck behind. Olivia said, I've been ready to die. I just want to stick around a little longer to hang out with my friends. Daryl said, y'all going to have a late night, and did you get the ramps? Yes, we got the ramps. We'll be back at 8:50. So it's not going to be too late. Adam said, hey, hello, Adam. Olivia said, I still can't watch that video. I don't blame you. It is not an easy video to watch.
It wasn't to make either.
Daryl said Adam, and Adam said Daryl. Just seen that short. Hugh said hello, Randy's. Hello, Adam. Hello, Hugh. Margie said that's what she said. Daryl said Hugh. Olivia said hey, Adam. Lotus said Adam, sup. Hugh said Daryl. Adam said teacher. Might have said something else, but the phone auto translates. Hugh said hello, Olivia. Carlo's back. Hugh said hello, Lotus, and hello, Burger. Lotus said sup, Hugh, and Hugh said hello, Maria. Adam said, man, I had 1,500 people on my live today. That's awesome.
Cool.
Hugh said hello, Beth. Hello, Ozzy. Hello, JH7. Hello, Adam. Beth said, I was talking about you saying that you thought your underwear and pants had been cut off.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a stick. No, it turns out they cut my pants and underwear off either in the ambulance or in the helicopter. I thought they cut them off at the shop. Turns out I was wrong. Beth said, I knew it was so long ago you wouldn't remember what the comment was reflecting. Well, thank you, Beth. Olivia said, I've already made my peace. Maria said, I need to live at least 90 or 80 years. I don't want to die before my dreams come true.
8 miles.
Well,
Continue on I-485
if
south
nobody
at
else says they believe in you, Maria, we freaking believe in you. You got this. Off topic said definitely a miracle. God bless. Yep. Off topic said fentanyl though. Fuck yeah. I don't think I ever want it again. It definitely took the pain away. Off topic said, yeah, I'm definitely ready for heaven. F Earth, my life's been pretty effing great and I hate it here. I understand. Maria said, if I died in my 20s, it'll be much waste of time. Madison went to school with the girl who got brain cancer and didn't even get to graduate high school. I guess that's the whole the good die young, and I guess I'm not allowed to die young. But Maria said, I want to do those things to prove to people that nothing is impossible and everyone can do what they want. I support that dream, and that's kind of what we do here. You see a lot of these people competing in burnout competitions and stuff with rear ends that cost more than our cars and trailer put together.
Well, I've waited all my life to do what I'm doing right now. So it may take a while, but it can happen.
Olivia said this has gotten her thinking of Izzy again. Well, I hate that it brought up Izzy for you, but things happen. Things happen for a reason, and most of the time we will never get the answer for why they happen. You just got to live the best that you can, and remember everything in this world is temporary. Off topic said we are here to learn, apparently, so I'm going to finish our interdimensional school on God's terms, not mine. There you go. But yeah, so not emotional by any means, but it's about as emotional as you're going to see me get. But it is a miracle nonetheless that we are still here. Hell, it's a lot of fucking miracles that I'm this old. And I mean, Daddy can tell you the story about me being born and should have never have made it, but I did. Off topic said pretty badass though to try and catch a tree. I didn't try. I fucking caught that tree. Maria said, LOL, whatever I tell my parents, they say stop dreaming about some silly things.
Don't ever stop dreaming.
Maria said it would be a miracle if I meet you. I have zero problem with trying to meet somebody. It's a little difficult to try to go to Iraq or you to try to come here, but
it can happen.
I would say don't count it out. But I mean, your parents are your parents at the end of the day, and you'll never have another pair of parents. But that whole trying to squash your dreams and trying to ruin the shit you're trying to work toward, F that. I mean, that is nothing but a damn slap in the face of your children. If your child wants to go be the best underwater basket weaver, you need to try to support that as best as you know how. You might not agree with it, but fuck, it's your kid, damn, support it. I mean, if you're not happy with your life, don't take it out on your damn kids. Lotus said, next time, try not to catch it with your back of your head. I'm glad I shrugged at that last second. You're continuing straight 3/4 of a mile, left 3 lanes. Maria said, okay, I'll add this to my dreams list. Well, I find it to be an honor that one of your dreams is to meet us silly little YouTubers. Us regular, everyday, normal motherfuckers. Off topic, said I remember watching a Chinese guy legit try to catch a tree when I was 10. And yeah, he's no longer with us on the internet. Off topic, if you did not know, I used to be a cop, and I watched people decide it would be a good idea to try to catch a bullet. And I watched a guy be shot in the forehead at point blank range with a .22, and it not even pierced his damn skull and rolls through the top of his head and comes out the back of his damn head skin. So you cannot flush a turd. You got 3 miles before you turn right. Let's see, Lotus said, definitely zigged when he should have zagged. Yeah. Daryl said 100%. Maria said the best YouTubers ever. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Daryl said 1 hour and 10 minutes tonight. Okay, Daryl, obviously we're not at the shop, so I doubt we'll be able to come in. I'm debating on whether we're going to run the last 51 minutes and just stay live. I mean, really that's going to be up to the people. I have 47% left, so 51 minutes, we'll make it. If y'all want us to stay live, feel free to tell us. Does Nothing Special said he was hard-headed. There is no was about that, my friend. I am still hard-headed. 1.9 miles, so it's for exit for 49 for Harrisburg, University City Boulevard. So it's exit 33. Lotus said, I bet that hurt a bit. Oh, it tickled. I would say I've been through worse, but I don't want to lie to y'all. Off top, yes. Off topic said, holy F, that'll desensitize you to violence real quick. I can't tell you the amount of death I saw as a cop. My first 4 days as a cop, I had a lady die in the bed with her 4-year-old niece from untreated diabetes. I had a guy hang himself in a children's park.
Use the right 2 lanes to exit right.
Right 2 lanes, so just stay in this lane and you'll be turning left at the light. Had a guy hang himself in a children's soccer field or football. Had a woman that died maybe a week or 2 before we found her, and you could smell her from 2 city blocks away. And I'm trying to remember, the 4th one was a dead homeless guy. That was my first 4 days as being a cop.
They started calling him the Reaper.
They started calling me the Grim Reaper, because wherever the fuck I went, I brought death. Lotus said, keep it going. I will keep it going. Maria said, yes. So we'll keep it going.
Exit right to exit 33.
Olivia said, that's why Boggy is so invested.
University City Boulevard.
His morning runs with Laura because he wants to support them kiddos. Nothing hurt them more. God, I'm crying out. Don't cry. Don't you cry no more. Daryl said, keep it going. I got you. Maria said, 10-hour live.
Hey.
If I thought for just a second people would be interested,
Well, I
would be willing to just 9 o'clock in the morning get up and just go live.
I'm gonna try it one day just to see if it would go.
I rap said Hillbilly Joe. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Hillbilly Joe. Redbeard1 said people are nuts on the road. Always be on defense.
Yes.
And people are terrible at driving. Yes, Redbeard1.
Arrive at Never Done Project.
Oh, in 40 miles we will arrive at Never Done Projects. Thank you, GPS. Hopefully you're not lying to me. Off topic said, oh my goodness, dude, that explains so much about cops. Buddy, I'm not going to defend all cops by any means, because I have met some shitty ones that should never wear the badge.
Just like we say about the people in the world, there's a bunch of good people and there's a bunch of bad.
There's always good, there's always bad. And what I'm going to tell you is I have been on that train track before, multiple times. But what I'm going to tell you is you think about it, as a cop, or as a person, we'll just start there. Have you ever called 911 to request police assistance and it wasn't the worst day of your life?
No.
Whether it was a wreck, your house was broken into, somebody's hurt, you ever called 911 because you're having a good day? Now just remember, that's a cop's every single day. In 10 hours, I would run more than 30 to 50 calls. And it was the worst day of people's life every time I showed up. Every time my boots got out of that car, it was the worst day of people's life. Redbeard said, especially Gen Z, hell, these damn boomers ain't good at driving neither. AJ said, relax, please, Daddy. I got the baby on. Oh, AJ, you about to get fucked. Maria said, you see dead people and they didn't pay you enough? They paid us, whenever I started, was $37,800 USD per year. After taxes was like $700 every 2 weeks.
His first year at the railroad, he made 3 times that.
My first full year at 100% pay, I made $125. I just want y'all to think about that. First full year at the railroad, I made 4 times my starting salary at the police department. Red Beard said Gen Z is so effed. No, 3 times 4 is 12. I made 125.
You made 40. 40 and 40 is 80.
My first
40
year was
and 40.
37.8.
Well,
let's
you
just say
might as well
40. 3 times.
That's 3 times.
Yep. His little toilet said honey moochie tea tastes like Japanese feet. Well, the more interesting question is, how do you know what Japanese feet taste like? And do they taste any different than Korean feet? Off topic said, don't you cry no more. 10-hour live, do it. Yee! I think people would like it. It's just finding something to do for 10 hours.
Hey, I can sleep before I
Oh,
get about 3 or 4.
Look, I can sleep with the damn nipple hanging out. Y'all just tell me if you like it or not.
I
Tyson
can't
said
do
hello.
live the way I know.
Hello, Tyson. Lotus said doing real estate stuff. I've found 3 bodies. I believe
Ooh,
that.
that'd be weird. Which is
Redbeard.
always weird.
Yep. Redbeard's laughing. Lotus said never forget the smell. Once you smelled that smell, nothing smells like that. I put it in one of my first reports I wrote about it. It was a smell unlike any smell I have ever smelled before. And my lieutenant called me laughing and says, "Are you serious?" I said, "If anything ever happens," and they pull that report and they read that it is a smell unlike any smell I have ever smelled before, they're going to know it's a pretty messed up smell. I've smelled dead animals, and shit. Maria said, my dad used to be a fire worker, and he had horrible stories too about dead people. That's why he quit. I left for no other reason than better benefits. I traded time for money. As a cop, I had honestly a surprising amount of time. I worked 4 on, 4 off, and I had a lot of time off. I traded it to have better money and give my kids a life I never thought I'd be able to. Redbeard said 100. Olivia said, I'm going to go call it. Have a good night. Have a good one, Olivia.
See
Thanks
you,
for coming
Olivia.
in.
Thank you.
Redbeard said, nope. Hey, brothers, y'all be safe. Thank you, Redbeard. We are 43 minutes, 37 miles from our building. AJ said, ha ha ha, I love you, man. You're a cool guy. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you.
Off topic said, exactly. That's why I respect cops, but I always have a healthy dose of fear of them. As someone with a history of mental illness issues with the local police department, we're caught texting about murdering homeless people. But again, there is some bad ones out there. And there's people out there that need help that can't get it, and there's people that don't need the help and get it every single day. I hate to hear you've suffered from the mental illness and stuff, but it sounds like you're in the upswing, and I'm glad to hear it. You see, it's 35 through here, right?
Well, I'm only going 35.
You really gonna lie to these people? AJ said, I went to a Diddy party and couldn't find you. You're not gonna find me at a party. I got them locked in the basement. Off topic said that police department was stealing from you though. Remember? Oh, I remember. I definitely remember. Lotus said, I need a railroad job. Well, I would not suggest right now trying to apply because they're laying a bunch of people off, but we are hiring. Hiring one on Dad's side and one on our side.
I'm gonna tell you, if you go for Randy's side. I wouldn't wish my worst enemy on mine.
He looked. Gay boy. It's a little toilet said, I'm not answering questions at this time. Oh, okay. Bria said, no thanks, we don't want to see men nipples. Bria said, and we definitely don't want to see you sleeping. I snore, I dream I'm a chainsaw. Weber said, did you drink battery acid? Every day. Tyson said, I was fishing on the river and it was after ice out and I saw a dead body. That was last year. I was 16. I hate to hear that, Tyson. I absolutely hate to hear that.
I watched a guy fall off the back of a boat and get hit by the boat motor, and I told him where to go to find him when they had to drag and get him, and when they pulled him up, I was right there.
Weber's laughing, and then Ozzy said, where is Tommy Tough Knuckles? He's right here, you won't shut up. Boggy said, yay, more work for me. And he's been lurking. Well, welcome back, Boggy. And Boggy said, what the hell? It's a little toilet, said feet tea. That's why he doesn't want to answer questions. Cookies said, hi, I'm here. Are you driving right now? Dad is driving. Cookies. I am being passenger princess. Tyson said, pale. I've seen a lot of stuff. Well, I hate to hear that. At your age, I hate to hear that. Weber said, do you use Royal Purple oil? No. I use basically whatever I can get my hands on. But for like this truck, my Duramax, like stuff like that, we use Shell Rotellant T5 heavy duty 15W diesel oil, the full synthetic blend.
And on our
Burnout cars, we use Travelers 1540.
but on our suit, like my Super Sport, the
You run 5W30.
but I use Mobile.
Yeah. And Madison's, I've been running a lot of Valvoline. Valvoline or Mobile, but either way, I've started running 530 in it instead of 020. They say it helps prolong the lifter life. But I've never tried Royal Purple Motor Oil. Tyson said, I'm taking a pilot's class tomorrow. Dude, that is awesome.
That's cool.
Come in tomorrow night, let us know how it goes, please. Boggy said, why we talk about death and dead people. Maria asked about the tree incident, and it led to the cop phone call. It led to the cop talk, and then it led from that to dead people. Dennis at Twisted Mopar said, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dennis. Weber has pooped. Dennis said, where are we going? We're going back to the shop, but we just picked up some 12-foot aluminum ramps.
Hopefully we can get the cars in the trailer this weekend.
I would hope so. They say that they are rated for 3,000 pounds apiece, so that should be 6,000 pounds total. And the cars weigh somewhere around 4,000. Does nothing special's waving at Dennis, and Dennis said, are we there yet? Oh, here we go again.
Two more miles.
We dealt with that the whole time on the way to Charlotte, Dennis. But we have 38 minutes, 34 miles. We kind of said, you know, we're going to stay after 8 p.m. and we're going to run it all the way until we get back. Cookie said, bro, I love your car so much. You could get a Hellcat or something too, because you could work on that. Well, Cookies, don't take it wrong. The Hellcat is really, really cool. It is just not my cup of tea. Would I want one? Sure.
Yeah,
but it's not something I'd go out here and play with.
That's a lot of money for what we do.
Yeah, and the Hellcat being what? An $80,000 car? Let's just say $65,000 car. Cookies, I could buy, what, every vehicle on the property again
Now,
and have money left over.
Now, we're not saying that if things didn't pick up, we wouldn't try to get one of those blowers and put it on top of one of our
Oh,
motors.
I would 100% drop a Hellcat supercharger on a LS. Tyson said, yes, sir. He'll let us know how it goes. Dennis is waving back. It does nothing special. Maria said, be right back. Boggy said, I've seen dead people, and a lot of them, it sucks how common it is nowadays. I agree. Maria said, by the way, when will the live end? In approximately 35 minutes. Lotus said, what's up, Boggy? Hazel said, Pops. That's you.
Hello, Hazel.
Hello, Hazel. It's Ice Cream Man. Dennis said, I got to go to the bathroom. Well, hold it. Weber said, I would get a 7.3 liter, 7-tree Power Stroke. Power Stroke. Good engine. Best diesel engine ever made. Hey, buddy, I'll tell you right now, I would love to have a good old 7-trees Power Stroke in that 90s OBS body style. In a 6-speed, I would love to. Swap it with the ZF6 instead of the ZF5.
Well, I had a 99 7.3.
Well, that's what you traded for the this, wasn't it? Okay.
And when I went and bought this, I told him that it didn't have to beat it. I just wanted to match it. And I swear, I think this is stronger than that 7.3.
Well, I will tell you right now, the 7.3 was developed. And whenever they were about to roll it off, they said cut the horsepower by like 100 horsepower. Because the 7.3 does not make enough power to tear itself up. Which is honestly good. It's got huge torque numbers. It's got the displacement.
But now that
it
was
just
the
doesn't.
2500. This is the 3500.
Yeah.
But I could pull out. It was a straight gear. I could pull out and pass with my camper behind me at 80 mile an hour.
Yep. Well, I remember we were passing a 7.3 excursion, pulling a big ass camper, bumper pull, of course, with my 2500 with the 6.6 Duramax, and we blew the freaking doors off of that thing, pulling your 35-foot camper. And then we hit 95 mile an hour. No, I'm talking about the excursion at the bumper pull. Yeah, we damn hit 95 mile an hour real fast and thought we broke it.
Yeah.
Turns out it was governed at 95. Jace, aka Cookies, said, oh, okay. And again, Cookies, it's not like we don't want something like that. It's just something that we
It's a lot of money.
We don't want to spend the money on something like that right now. Whenever we're saving money for something more important for
And
now, like an excavator or a skid steer.
And like last year, I blowed my motor up, and that's the first motor I've ever blown up like that. And I wasn't mad, I wasn't upset or nothing like that. It happens.
Well, did you know 2 years ago today is when we got fireball?
Oh really?
Madison sent me a Snapchat memory of 2 years ago of us sitting at the gas station with fireball on the back of the trailer.
I be dang.
We have had fireball for 2 years.
And I remember sitting there before we got it running that I was going to clean some cars.
At the first or second event at Piedmont Dragway, he grabbed that steering wheel, shook it real hard, and said, "Cletus, I'm coming to your show."
Yep.
And that $900 car went to his show.
Yep.
Boggy said, "Yo, Lotus." Maria said, "Well, I used to see dead people when I was little on the news every day when I was a kid." And again, I hate to hear stuff like that because death is something that is not easy to process even as an adult, but especially for children. Boggy said, "Hey, my stock Whipple does the job." Hey, that's all that matters. Maria said, "Sorry, kid, you can't see strawberry shortcake. We need to see how many people died today."
That's right.
I hate to hear that.
But now, Boggy, we're not saying we're not downing it because I'll take a regular Chevrolet Supercharger.
An LSA.
I just know that the Dodge is the bigger of all of them.
Yep. And I'm talking stock for stock. The Dodge Hellcat and Demon, whatever, superchargers, what, 2-liter supercharger, something like
I
that?
thought theirs was 4 and the Chevrolet was 2. Or
I
something
thought
like
y'all's was a 1.3 LSA, and I thought theirs was like 2-liter. I don't know what's on the Coyote. I'm not going to even try to speak on the Coyote because I don't know as much about it. Jacob said, Mom. Maria said people were with no arms and no legs or heads. I had a motorcycle run from me before on a traffic stop, and I picked his head and helmet up a couple miles down the road, and his bike was about a half a mile away.
Randy's got pictures of a guy that got
I got pictures of a guy that got run over by a train. He was like a cartoon. You could fold him whatever way you wanted to. I want y'all to know that was the second one I had in 2 days in the same damn crossing. And not long after I come to the railroad, the lab technician that took pictures for me on that, she called me and asked how I was holding up. She had a suicide attempt. And she no longer works for the police department. She's got her like doctorate in something. Extremely smart girl, a little bit younger than me. She said she had a suicide attempt because
she did or she had one?
She attempted suicide because of the shit that she had to come out and photograph. Most of her calls involved me there too. So she was wanting to check on me, wanting to know if I was okay. I said, I mean, we all process things different. I said, don't take it wrong, but you see the end of it. I see the beginning and middle sometimes. But it was very humbling to talk to her about all that stuff. Weber said, buy a Ford Thunderbird, body swap a 7.3 Power Stroke, engine swap. I mean, I would love to do something like that. Cookie said some people have a Chrysler 300 Hellcat. The Chrysler 300,
like
the Chrysler 300C, 300-C is in Charlie.
C.
NT. They have a 5.7 Hemi in them, and I think some of them had the 6.4. So yeah. Weber said, bark, you. Boggy said, yeah, that's true. And Richard said, hi, are you on a road trip? Richard, as a matter of fact, yes, we are on our way back. We went about 1 hour and 20 minutes to Charlotte, North Carolina, and picked up some 12-foot aluminum ramps, and we are 30 minutes from home, well, the shop. We says we'll be there at 8:46, 20:46.
We had to do it like this, or Randy had to do this trip tomorrow by himself.
And to be honest, I don't like going by myself. Because what am I going to do if I want to bark at somebody? Boggy said, I thought about putting a Dodge supercharger on the Shelby, but she has way too much engine putting a supercharger like that. I'd be signing my death warrant. Well, I'll tell you, if you take away the safety systems on these cars with 400, 500 horsepower, much less 700, 800, a lot of people would get killed. And whenever you say 300 horsepower anymore, people laugh at you because 300 doesn't sound like a lot when that Honda Accord over there's got 350 out of a 4-cylinder. 300 horsepower with no safety, no ABS, no traction control, nothing to stop you from eating a wall. 300 horsepower is a lot.
Some tires. This truck's all over the road.
Well, I'll get you some tires. Richard said, nice. Cookie said, Wuling Mini EV, so popular in China and in Japan. I've never heard of that, Cookies.
What is it?
Wuling, W-L-I-N-G, Mini EV.
I ain't never heard of it.
I ain't either. Lotus said 400 horsepower out of a 4-banger. Exactly. So people start hearing 400 horsepower in these old small blocks.
And they just laugh.
Like, oh my God, you got a 350 cubic inch motor and you only got 350 horsepower. Well, listen, that motor will shit and get. Will it be outran by that 400 horsepower Honda? Yeah, it will. But the damn torque out of those old motors is ridiculous. Richard said, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Shows 10 people with 46 thumbs up. And Hugh said 700 horse with traction control, and the safety stuff is not the same as 450 horse with no safeties.
You're right.
Exactly. I mean, you look at our Camaros, it is from the factory in 93 and 95 rated 275 horsepower. And you see what them cars do. Like the LS1 that caused Ford to make the Terminator Cobra was only, 320 horsepower?
Yeah, I mean, you got people out here that's comparing these little Jet with tiny turbos to our Camaros. They're totally different. They're totally different altogether.
Lotus said, yeah, that ain't the same. Exactly. Hugh said most people online screaming 1,000 hasn't driven 300 old school horse. Exactly. 1,000 horsepower with all that equipment on it. Oh yeah, I mean, it'll shit and get. It will. But you're just a steering wheel princess at that point. You just push the throttle and it takes care of itself.
Or don't. That's why there's so many wrecks.
Yep. But
because that ZL1 Camaro will get the hell out from under you.
Yep. Even if you have the sticky tires. But the red truck. Well, perfect example. Red truck with that 402 big block in it. Daddy told me to be careful because that truck will get away from me. I pull out of high school and the damn school parking lot is 1.1 miles south of our drive, or north of our driveway. So I had 1 mile. I turned left out of that damn school and I rolled that son of a bitch, and all 4 gears I am blistering everything that I have on the back of that truck. That truck is rated for 375 horsepower before it was bored again and cammed. I mean, so you're talking 400 horsepower all day out of it with zero outside of your right foot telling you to stop. It is insane.
And no power brakes.
No power brakes. Power steering that halfway worked. Weber said V16 Bugatti engine swap within a Ford Explorer body swap. Isn't the Bugatti, like the Veyron, whatever, isn't it a W16, not a V16? Lotus said, I destroyed my buddy's built 99 Power Stroke last week. And then Weber sent a bunch of skull emojis. Boggy said, while I say I'm well above 300 horsepower, it's still dangerous. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's still dangerous and I'm still cautious. That's a lie. I've wrecked and walked away like a lucky man. Lotus said truck makes 1,500 foot-pounds and 100 horsepower. Pretty much what a 7.3 is. Hugh said 300 horse, where traction control is the throttle pedal is dangerous. Yes, sir, it is. Boggy said the Chevelle has relatively no safety features besides the high-speed crash protection. Hugh said it slips the trans until you're going fast enough to not spin. Not the same in an old school. Exactly. Lotus said the Genesis will do that when the turbo kicks in with traction off. The wheels spin and it will come around if you're not ready.
It will. That's
Exactly.
When the turbo kicks in, it's about like the old YZ80 used to be when the power band kicked in. If you wasn't ready for it, it'd put you on your ass.
Well, the damn turbos in these things, when they get fully spooled up, it's like the Fast and Furious whenever you hit the damn nitrous button. It is a considerable difference. Hugh said,
That's what I like about them when they do that.
Hugh said, yeah, but being 275 factory horse was actually close, or 375 factory horse was actually closer to 430 and 450.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you put that mother thumper in it and bore it. So you're talking 500.
They say that Chevrolet's doing the very same thing right now with the ZR1 Corvette.
Because if they rate it so
That's
high,
right.
then they have to carry all this extra level of damn
Yep.
insurance and shit.
Well, the safety stuff, but it's out there blistering the supercars.
Yep. Hugh said like the LS6 454 was rated 400 close. Will lay it. Yes, they will. I meant racing. That truck is rusty but bulletproof, tows like a tank. Exactly. Hugh said right. That's why there is grandma overwatch on vehicles nowadays. Yeah. And they're wanting it even worse. Let's see here.
Go ahead.
I also bought a 427 big block, bare block for $300. Woohoo! That's awesome. Jacob said hi, everybody. Hello again, Jacob. Boggy said, hey, he didn't belittle my Shelby for being a Ford. Nope, I'll tell you right now.
Man, we like it.
We give you absolute teetotal shit on that Shelby. But a Shelby is pretty damn cool.
We just like messing with you, Buggy.
Oh, Hugh said almost. Almost bought a 427 big block, bare block for $300. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's my fault, Hugh. The phone's bouncing around and I'm half blind in one eye and all the way blind in the other. He said almost. Dang phone. It's supposed to be warming up, says your phone.
Yeah, all I gotta do is see it, then I'll probably take Thursday off. It's warm tomorrow and it says it's supposed to be close to 80 Thursday. I'm not going in.
Let's see. Hugh said if it's a 5.8 Shelby, sell it. It would take the M. Boggy said, hey, I'm still waiting on Adam to give me a price on two cars I was looking at. I think Adam's live right now. Lotus and Boggy will be buried in that car. Yeah. Hugh said those engines are overpriced 5.4 blocks. Well, I've seen people have success out of them, but it's no different than like these new 6.2s that come from the factory. Some of them blow up after a couple miles, and some of them are lasting phenomenal. It depends if it was made on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I feel like we're a lot further than 17 miles. Never mind, I see Highway 8 up there. Whatever damn highway. Boggy said, damn right. Hugh said the 5.8 Shelby are badass. That's stupid expensive to build. Yes. Well, and that's the thing. You want to compare apples to apples. There's a reason everybody's going with LS. It's cheap power. But you want to sit down and look at like the Coyote, even the 5-liter. You sit down, if you did not have to worry about a budget by any means, if you just had all the money, you take the 5-liter Coyote and slap twin turbos on it, it'll blister the damn LS with the twin turbos. But it costs 4 times the amount.
Difference.
Well, dual
It's so
overhead
much
cam
bigger.
versus a traditional push
Yeah, that's
rod.
what I'm saying. That's another reason why that you go
Yep.
with LS, because they fit in about anything.
Yep. Lotus said, are we there yet? Are we there yet? 19 minutes,
2 more miles.
miles. Boy, I bet you Maria would be a little pissed off if we ended the live before she got back.
Oh, I forgot.
She said she'd be right back. She asked when the live was going to be over. She might have fell asleep. Let's see here. Lotus said, with the right amount of money, I can make anything that fast.
There you
Exactly. Paul said, everybody, of course, the sidewalks. Boggy said, I thought about doing a Coyote or America's 2J, the Terminator. The American 2J is the 4.2 liter inline 6 out of the Trailblazer. Apparently they're doing surprisingly good. Hugh said that 4.62 valve was over $13,000 to supercharge it and build it with forged internal so as to be reliable just for around 500 horsepower. LS3 7 to 8,000, 550 horse reliable. Exactly. So let's just say 8 grand versus 13 grand, and you got a little more horsepower and a lot more longevity. I mean, the answer's there. Definitely not Mr. Rich that just posted 2 videos. Awesome, Mr. Rich. Hugh said America, the 4.2. Gotcha. Lotus said those Atlas motors can be impressive. And definitely not Mr. Rich said I'm American. America. And said I drink C4. I think I've had that one time. Did not impress me. Oh, Maria said, you still live? Yes, ma'am, we are. I told you we were going to end it when we get back, and we got 17 minutes to go. Hugh said, with a 6L80E trans, that 13,000 was engine only, no trans, mods, or 6R80 swap. Just the engine. Wow. Lotus said the Arabs build sand cars 100 horsepower and up with the Trailblazer engine. I'm going to guess that's missing a 0.
Yeah.
But I have seen them and it is awesome. Hugh said not worth it. I agree with that. Definitely not Mr. Rich said Monster 2. I've had the original. Again, did not like it. Never tried the white one. But I got one to 52 teeth hold back. Boggy said, yeah, people are calling the Terminator the American 2J because it was built with the same goal in mind to make it last. There you go. Hugh said she was listening, LOL. Exactly. And the Lotus did correct it to 1,000. I thought so. Maria said, does he still? He's going to make it to heaven? Yes, he thinks he's going to make it to heaven.
I don't think. I know I am. I'm just not going today.
Boggy said, speaking of 2J, I had to pull mine out of my Supra. Ruh-roh. Hugh said at 13,000, I just do a 5.0 swap with the manual. Yup, and that Crown Vic is a lot more fun than that 4.62 valve. Lotus, it's a blown up 2J clone. Cool. Maria said, I know who you are too. I know who you are too. I'm telling you, I hate nighttime. This is why I need my freaking glasses, because I'm struggling to read chat right now.
I bet.
Maria said, you are a fish. Well,
So
glove, glove.
Turn that off. Put it open on that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we only got 15 minutes. I mean, I'm trying to focus. Hugh said, I'd love to have a Shelby 350 5.2. I'd love to have something like that. I sent Daddy a Fox body today. Boggy, turn your ears off for a second. I sent Daddy a Fox body today. Had the 5 liter and a 5-speed. It was like, what was it? $2,000 or $1,600? $2,200. And I mean, it needs a lot of work. The interior and the exterior really look like shit. But I really thought about it if I had the money. Hugh said, she screams at high RPM. Yes, she does. Boggy said, I'm going to go and redo everything on it, give her new seals, and check for damage. There you go. Maria said, fish don't go to heaven.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
I
this
just got a
fish
fish
does.
memory.
Boggy said, nah, it's all right. Mike has changed my opinion. Hey, there you go. Good job, Mike. Maria said, they're too bad. They have sex in water we drink. Well, if you think about it, the water you drink is just old recycled dinosaur piss. Hugh said, all dogs go to heaven. It was a movie. Yes, it was. Ask Disney. What about that knee? Disney hurts. Boggy said, just if you do Coyote it. I was thinking more along the lines of Burnout car. 5-speed with a 5 liter. I mean, Yeah, that 5-liter out of a Fox body, what, 190 horsepower on the best of days. You good?
Yeah, I just didn't like that hit.
Hugh said, my next Vic will be a Coyote. Ooh, that's cool. Maria said Nemo movie was unrealistic. Yeah, whoever recorded it, they held their breath way too long. Boggy said, I was thinking a street machine. Mean machine. Mean machine. Hey, there you go. Look, my opinion is it would be awesome to have 2,000, 2,500, 2,200 horsepower, like, car to go down the drag strip. Yeah, that's cool as shit. But even more cool is 500 to 800 horsepower that you can daily drive and enjoy more than a couple seconds at a time. Let's see here. Maria said, I think I'm going to go take a shower. Okay, Maria.
See you, Maria.
Have fun. Make a friend. And by the time you finish your hour-long shower, we will be done. Hugh said, coyotes are coming down, especially truck engines. A little less compression, but put Mustang cams and timing cover and drag and dang close enough. Hey, there you go. My only problem with the new ones is the cam phasers. What does that damn red keep doing?
I don't know.
It's the damn speed.
I noticed it kept flashing up a minute ago, and I thought it was just me looking at it wrong.
Boggy said, you got a burnout car. Yeah, but I want another one. Maria said, 3-hour shower. Just don't run out of water. Hugh said, Maria, you need a shower. And I said, you said so, LOL. MT said, how is the Camaro? The belt that we bought, well, Dad bought, was 1 inch too short. So we got to take it back and reorder it. But other than that, it is good. We just went and picked up a pair of aluminum 12-foot long ramps. So hopefully the Camaro will go into the trailer for the first time this weekend.
That way we can start fixing the tie downs too.
Yep. Hugh said the 5.0 cam phasers are a lot better than the 3-valve 4.6s. Okay. Well, hey, again, educate me. Boggy said fair enough. Well, that's a Boggy. I'm not knocking by any means the wanting to build a drag car. I just want to enjoy my stuff for more than a couple seconds at a time.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to do a drag car myself, but I like to drive them too. But
let's see here. Hugh said, dang, and in short, that's what she said. Yep. Maria said, little Randy, you're going to be mad. Uh-oh. And said, I didn't see the last 5 NDP videos. Well, that's okay. I understand.
They're still out there.
MT says, okay. And Boggy said, yeah, my car isn't just drag, though. Well, look, I heard you like dressing in drag. Hugh said, I don't like drag because the 10-second time sucks. I like 2 to 3 minutes better. Well, that's the whole thing of the burnouts. I get to enjoy it for 2 to 3 minutes versus spending $50,000 on the motor
So
to
that's
go
the only
potentially
thing
blow
about
it in
going to
6
the
seconds.
competition. You only get to go once.
Yep.
You go to these other ones we go to, you just get in line and keep going out there playing. You get to enjoy it.
Boggy said drag just fits the line. I understand. Hugh said, and road course lasts for a few minutes. It's at high speed. Well, and that's what I told Dad. I would like to do like oval track racing, but even more than oval track is like the road course. I don't like the road course that NASCAR does, but I would rather do something like that, like a time attack thing.
They do have road course cars like ours that you can fix up and go do road courses.
Oh, well, our
They
cars,
travel all around.
yeah, our cars, like the 4th gen Camaros, do amazing on there. Low center of gravity, the faster you go, the more traction you're going to get. I mean, they do amazing. It's just doing it. Hugh said, I am building the Vic for street track, not drag. Hey, I understand that. Lotus said, I would love to run a road course. Maybe that's something we can figure out at some point and see if we can all meet up and
Well, that's what
try
I'm
to do
trying to
something
do
like that.
here at the shop. But we got a long way to go, don't get me wrong. But I
Yeah.
do want kind of a road course there.
Hugh said there is a club where you can run Talladega and Daytona and Walking Glen and such. That's cool. Remember, he said next week is daylight savings time. Yes, sir,
Yeah,
it
this
is.
week it sure is.
I am excited. Moggy said Shelby can take a track, or can take track a strip the street. I just take her to drag because, well, that's what I've got down here. Well, hey, I understand. I'm not downing it by any means. Lotus said mid-Ohio, Houston, and even Rockingham. I have sat on the train and listened to people go around Rockingham. Jacob said, hey, Grandpa Vic and Grandma Vic. Memory said Charlotte has a road course, but I got to go to Charlotte. I wouldn't mind looking into it.
We just left Charlotte.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking into it, though. Hugh said tracks are getting fewer and further between.
And they are building one right here close to the shop.
They're building one at Uwharrie National Forest.
Yep, a huge one.
Mm-hmm. Hugh said, hello, Memory. If we were doing a lot better on this YouTube and tire shop, I would have tried to have been like a presidential suite or something like that. Or an executive suite. That would have been cool as shit. But Hugh said, hello, Memory. Fish Memory. Fish Memory, but it's Memory the Fisherman.
Yeah.
Lotus said, I want to run at Dry Lake. I don't think I've heard of that. Memory said, in Grand Pints. Aye. Jacob said, Mom, 8 minutes, Jacob. 8 minutes. We're going across High Rock Lake right now. Whatever, Tuckertown Lake. Same fucking thing. It's got water in it. Hugh said YouTube threshold and hair care center. That'd be cool. Lotus said they gonna ACK. Buddy, I'm not seeing it right. Hugh said, dang, phone grr. Oh, not a hair care center, a tire care center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a YouTube facility that just so happens to sell tires. Jacob said, Daddy. Hugh said, hello, John Deere. Well, we have 7 people watching with 52 thumbs up.
Wow.
Lotus said, F and autocorrect. Hugh said, tire and hair care center. Lotus said, the track with the big corkscrew. Ah, okay. I'm back with you, Lotus. Memory said, have you been to the Freedom Factory? That's where we competed last year in the Burnout competition and where we're going in April. We were one of the first public people allowed to enter the Freedom Factory.
Yep. Walked in. They took us over and walked us in.
I love going, and being on the competitor side is even better. We get an all-access driver pass, and it's fucking awesome. Hughes is friggin' auto discorrect. Boggy said they want to just go there with 20,000 and a donor car. I'd get them a good car, but I respect they want to show the world that all can do what they're doing. Well, like we were telling Cookies earlier, it would be cool as shit to make it on this YouTube good enough that we could go get like a Hellcat or something for $60,000. But what we're doing is not out of reach from the average person.
Because we are average people.
Yeah, we are. We work full-time jobs. YouTube pays maybe $100 a month. I mean, and if you don't believe me, I'll show you. But that $100 a month, we don't touch. It is nothing, but it will go in there, and when there's something to largely benefit the channel or the members, and only then will we touch the money that you have sent to us. Like if we made it where we started getting a couple $100 a month, what would stop us from getting a skid steer to improve the building? Sponsored in part by YouTube.
Yeah.
Jacob said, are we there yet? 5 minutes, Jacob. 4.5 miles. Memories is very nice. So is Derek at Vice Grip Garage. JH Diesel from JH Diesel. JH who?
Not Cletus, but Jake's Diesel, the Mexican.
Garza.
There's several of them came out there to the camper and sat there and talked to us for a long time.
That was you and
Weekend.
Justin?
Yeah.
I wasn't even part of that. Boggy said, but I'm just saying a nice Nova or maybe an old IROC. Or that old IROC. Hey, if I could get an IROC again, I would. Jacob said, got you, R3. Yes, you did. One day, I will get some. I would like an old GTO, but my first step, I might try to get me another IROC. Or even if I just get the Camaro Beretti trim level and just do what I want to it. Lotus said, go to your local auctions and get a skid steer for $5,000. I guess the only local auction that we're going to have is down in Charlotte.
Well, we can, but for what we're wanting to, I gotta have a certain size to pick up the concrete blocks.
Well, 75 horsepower is not even enough. We need 90.
Well,
but we can make it work
at
at 75.
I want that 95, but the 75, I made it work.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Yeah.
A $5,000 skid steer is not going to do what we need to do here.
Memory said you should compete in the Crown Vic race he has every year. If
I
he
would
invited
love
us, even if he just invited Dad and not me, I would love to see it.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to be part of that. But, and this is not an offense to Cletus by any means, we're not big enough for this.
He's gotten bigger for NASCAR and stuff, so.
Like Memory, we have 3,500 subscribers. We can't even get emails back from companies that we asked to do partnerships with because we're not a big enough channel.
We're there, we're just not now.
Boggy said, I'd jump on an IROC for you. Hey, I appreciate it, but that IROC, me selling it, led us to where we are right now. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Jacob said, boo-boo, R3. You got me. This is one of the longer lives we've done here lately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your phone. Where's my phone?
I have no idea.
Hell, I don't know.
I don't even know where my phone is.
In between my legs?
Oh.
Hell, I don't know. Oh, it's over here beside the seat belt. Pay attention.
Can't afford it.
Let's see here. Madison said meeting parents for dinner, made it, don't get killed, you alive. No.
We're still alive.
Okay.
In 1 mile.
We are 1 mile away, y'all. 2 minutes. He's driving 60 miles per hour, so that means that 2 minutes should be 1. I said no, she said okay. Right.
Somebody asked if we were still alive, and you said no.
Oh, she said, are you still alive?
Alive or live?
You alive. A-L-I-V-E. John Deere said, boo. Randy Sr.
Ah!
Well, hey, listen, everybody, thank you to everybody who's come in and stayed for this whole 2 hour and 45 minute live. Lotus, thank you for your $2 donation. Subspace said, if you crash, can I have your channel? Sure. It's going to be kind of hard to crash considering this is our destination. And the building. You're just going to pull in instead of trying to back up in the pitch black. But everybody, again, thank y'all. Means a lot. You spend part of your 1,440 minutes or 24 hours in watching us silly little YouTubers. But next time, if we get $20, we might need somebody for 24 hours. But
Thank y'all. Keep it silly.